Okay, I got a local going. I got the OBS going. And
local's going.
The Zencaster is going. I'm going to say, oh.
Hang on. There we go.
Okay. Here we are. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. Close enough.
Crispy.
Okay.
Scooter, turn your camera on.
I don't have one.
Scooter, get a camera.
I don't have a camera either.
I promise I'm welcome back, I'll do it next time.
You've been welcomed back plenty of times. This is not acceptable.
Yeah, only I'm not allowed. Only I can have not a camera.
Yeah.
Only I cannot have a camera. Only
if
you're doing
great.
I
work an hour behind, I'd go get my damn laptop and fire it up, but I don't have any space on it.
The Justin G. Rosniak Institute of Computing has welcomed its newest student.
How to compute?
You have an engineering degree, my guy.
Yeah, civil engineering. There's no computers involved in that.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
You're supposed to be able to do it all on paper.
I remember
with
when
a
I was
pencil and your
big
brain.
Return with a V. Return with a V.
When I was in whatever comp sci 103 my freshman year at Drexel, they made us do all the CS exams by hand. You just have to run out the code. I was just like big frowny face, and then I decided to be a math major because I could do less damage that way.
They made the mechanical engineering students do finite element analysis, but on paper.
Oh,
yeah, no, those are some scary numbers right there.
I had a comp sci professor who made us write OpenGL on paper for the exams, which in retrospect was kind of insane.
Victoria, did you major in comp sci?
Yeah, my degree is in computer science. Can't you tell with how much I love computers? And
well, you're a trans woman, so I figured they just give you one upon your transition.
Here's your Order of Valiant Transition medal, and here is your computer science
here's
degree.
Your hormones. Here's your degree. You have fun. All right, now manage the Polycules Plex server. Hope you guys like Marty Supreme. Yeah, I'm not wrong, am I?
No, I don't manage the Polycule Plex server. My girlfriend does that. I'm just dating the person who manages like the greater Seattle, like genuinely like a third of the Seattle like transit and television shows watched go through this one woman's closet.
Mine is just on the floor of my wife's office because it's me and Roz doesn't know how to use Plex.
Yeah, I don't know how to use it. I have access to it. I don't know how to use it.
You do. And then I guess I'm never switching to Jellyfin, so all of you can just suck a fuck. I've already sunk the money into Plex. I'm not getting rid of it now. I'm sorry. I know subtitles don't work, but that's okay. Use your imagination.
Do better audio like setup inside your living room.
Yeah, exactly. That's not my fault, but your responsibility.
Yeah.
All right, why are we here?
Hello, and welcome to Well, There's Your Problem. It's a podcast about engineering disasters with slides. I'm Justin Rosniak. I'm the person who's talking right now. My pronouns are he and him. Okay, go.
Oh shit! I guess it goes straight to me. Damn.
Oh,
that's crazy.
No, wait. No, Victoria, you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're Nova now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you are Nova today.
It finally, I've finally usurped her.
Yeah, because you sent that car to kill her.
Which we thought was very rude.
Look, you know, that's the way of the car, review. You know? One day you're driving, the next day you're getting run flat. My name is Victoria Scott. I am the person who's talking right now. My pronouns are she and her. Yay, Liam.
Yay, Liam, question mark. Hi, I'm Liam McAnderson. My pronouns are he, him, his. That's right, bitch. I've outwoked all of you. And and with us we have returning featherweight champion.
That's a little much.
Okay, what weight class you want to be, Scooter?
Well, featherweight counts, but that's about it. Hi, I'm Angry Scooter. Pronouns he, they. Sorry, Christ. And that's it. We don't have 5 guests like last time.
No, and you may be
unfortunately
noticing the conspicuous absence of one voice. angels we have heard on high. November is sick, we think, ? And she didn't respond to the Discord. So here we are without her. This show is gonna suck, but we're putting it out anyway because Nova is the glue that holds us together, and we got 3 dudes here, and most of them are incompetent.
We'll see if we can do a sequel of shit from my first time.
God.
I will be here to inject some degree of trans humor, although admittedly it will not be as funny.
That's okay. All right.
We need some amount. We need at least one trans person on every podcast, or else it's just not going to work.
No, otherwise it's just me and you talking, which I lived with you for a number of years. I see you fairly regularly. It'll just be that.
Yeah,
that's okay.
It'll be confusing.
That's okay. This whole episode is supposed to bomb.
Oh,
I get it.
Oh, that hurts my voice so fucking bad.
What am I looking at here, Scooter?
Yeah.
So you're looking at the Crane Naval Weapons Depot in Indiana, and a forklift driver has done a small oopsie. That's not a broken arrow, actually, I found out, but it's close. But it's not a nuclear warhead, so...
So simply a nuclear capable weapon.
It's just some asshole dropped a forklift off a dock. I just thought it was funny. That actually is the first picture that has been shown to me in the forklift safety briefing, in my old job's weapons handling safety briefing, and I have heard it has been shown at like almost every Air Force base's safety briefings. So I had to put it in here as the first. It's just chef's kiss. But it's actually an airdropped submarine mine.
Yeah, I can see that it was airdropped, Scooter. You don't have to insult me.
Sometimes they mislead you.
I can't believe Klaus did this.
So what we're talking about today is continental United States broken arrows, which is where we'll get into it later. But the reason I'm here, and Devin, for the love of God, please bleep this comedically if you can. I'm sorry to ask a favor. I was
7 minutes, 34 seconds.
Oh, you do the thing I do. That's the thing I do on 10,000 Losses too, when I like threaten Tom. And it's just like, and I'm just like, oh yeah, Neil X elected official over Y ditch.
But I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah. All right. So
the rest of this slideshow is gonna be a little challenging, then, isn't it?
Oh, this is all history. It's fine. I have the book that says declassified on the front sitting next to me. We're good.
Attaboy.
Yeah. Today's subject is Broken Arrow. Some of the greatest hits of Broken Arrow. Some of the various what's the word? The guffaws, the whoopsies, the oopsie doopsies, as you will, of handling nuclear weapons. But
cool.
First, we have to do the goddamn news.
Oh, the vibes are catastrophic. If Nova's ever worried that, like, oh, what if people don't want me on the show? She just needs to listen to this. We're in shambles.
This is not working.
There is an episode that was never released where it's just Roz and I and a guest who will remain nameless. And without Nova, it was like, I feel fine with us doing it with like 4 people, especially because Victoria, you're a host now, basically. I feel fine doing it. But it's also like we scrapped that. Roz and I sat there in basically silence for 3.5 hours, and we're just like, we can never release this to the public.
We can't let people know how we live.
Yeah. It's just like dip can after dip can after dip can. We're like, oh yeah, I think this is huh?
Was that back when you had the buy snooze?
I looked up that email, and I realized that like still waiting on an email from those boys. But now there's de minimis is over, so it doesn't matter. But Yeah, they were like, the subject line of their email to us, if you go into the well, there's your problem inbox, is it finally happening? And they were like, we've been we understand you've been trying to get a hold of us for quite some time. I was like,
oh
yeah,
God,
the amount of money.
I said no ads on the podcast, but like, I mean, if they actually want to sponsor us, sure, I support tobacco products as a concept, even though I don't partake.
Smoke one cigarette every 18 months and look like you're gonna die doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I quit smoking repeatedly, and I'm still currently quit as of the recording of this podcast. However, I do think the thing is that cigarettes are cool is the problem.
Cigarettes are
yes.
cool.
Cigarettes are cool.
So like, if
I have to endorse them because my father-in-law used to work to sell them. So
yeah, I mean the thing is like, I suppose it's kind of like, I know that the tobacco industry is evil, kind of like in the same vein as like BP is evil.
The tobacco industry episode actually is coming. I have started gathering research for that. Inspired
it's just
by
40 slides of like the best
like,
cuts of snoo from my snoo.
We're just gonna do the Marlboro Train episode a second time.
No, I if you look, the very first episode of 10,000 Losses Speed is me just talking about snooze for like 8 minutes.
Hell yeah.
I bought a book about it and like the history of it. But yeah, we're gonna do the tobacco industry episode. So if anyone out there is a MPH or a doctor of public health, get at me, I guess, because I'm not competent enough to know what lung cancer is.
Yeah, I mean, like, but it's a deeply evil industry, but that was never good enough motivation for me to quit, because I was like, I wake up every day in America, like,
yeah.
I've already used 6 evil industries by the time I walk out the front door.
I have diesel exhaust fumes, so it was really hard to be like, no, it's bad for my lungs.
Oh yeah, no, I had to do like the mental gymnastics required were unbelievable to get me to quit smoking, and a lot of it is because it is cool. And I was like, I don't know if my reputation can suffer this kind of hit, where I'm just like standing around like Han from Tokyo Drift, endlessly eating from a small bag of Fritos to satisfy my oral cravings.
What got me to quit was I stopped lighting the cigarette, but still putting it in my mouth for the oral fixation.
Oh yeah.
And I kept doing that at work and on jobs. And finally somebody was like, and I say finally because this went on for months, somebody was like, you look like a fucking idiot. And I'm like, got it, done.
Shortly after the events of the Deepwater Horizon episode was recorded, and we had that goddamn news, I was so mad that I literally like went for a run around my block at 10:30 p.m. with a cigarette just dangling from my lip and a lighter in my pocket that I kept flicking to be like, this would feel really good, but you don't get to have it, just for like an hour. It was insane. It was the most deranged shit I've ever done. And then I found out afterward that I was like, this is a pretty cool story. And then I found out later that like that is a John Green novel character trait where somebody walks around with an unlit cigarette, and I guess it's played. Yeah. And I felt, again, I thought I was being cool, and then it's like, no, you should have kept smoking if you wanted to be cool.
No, you have to light the thing. It is not lost on me. I was talking to my wife about this today. So we're going to location redacted, and there's goats there. And she was like, we're not going to have a repeat of the incident where she got very allergic to horse dander or horse fur or whatever the hell horses have. And she had to go to bed at like 6:54 on a Wednesday. And I was like, the irony that you married a former smoker is not lost on me. Like, a person who can't breathe the air because it has too much allergens. It's just like, and then there's me, like, I invented something called triple decking, right? Where you smoke with a lip in and then you take a drink of whiskey, right? That's that's triple crowning.
The Edward 40 hands of cigarettes.
Yeah, you pack a lip, right? So you pack the lip, and then you have to smoke, and then you have to get Roz to hand you the drink of whiskey because all your hands are occupied.
You know the picture of the spy with all the cigarettes in his mouth? I did that as a joke at Polar and then lit them all to try it. Do not recommend.
Don't do that.
I was recently able to pull an Uno reverse card on my Landlord. right? Because the foyer of my building constantly smells
Reeks
like
of cigarette
cigarettes.
smoke. Yeah.
Yeah. She thought I was smoking in the apartment, which I am not. I don't smoke.
Right.
And so after she complained to me about the smoking, I was like, no, I don't smoke. Also, the cigarette smoke is awful. Could you please fix it?
I thought you were, when you said you pulled an Uno reverse on your landlord.
Just stuff a cigarette into this poor lady's mouth.
I thought you figured out some way to get her to pay you rent.
I have to pay me rent, yeah.
Went up in her apartment and just started smoking and lighting it up.
Yeah.
Your apartment smells like smoke.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about with this slide, by the way. I just was going to throw that out there. It's
here
like
is-
55 degrees outside right now.
Here is something that is cooler than smoking, and that's outdoors right now. Holy shit. It's been like two or 3 weeks at this point here in Philly, like underneath like 20
terrible,
degrees out.
dude.
It's been crazy. It's been bizarre. Here you can see all the snow that accumulated up against my purple door, enough that, you know, there's an indent there from the door.
How's the deck holding up? Has it collapsed yet?
It has not collapsed yet. No, it should have collapsed, but you know, it hasn't done that yet. This is the first time in my life I've been mad at snow.
Yeah, normally you like weird weather.
Yeah, I love when it snows, but then when it sticks around for like 3 weeks, and it never goes above freezing that entire time. This has been awful. Oh my God.
You know what sucked on our end is the sun would come out, melt the top layer, and then it would go down to -20.
Yep, so you get the ice refreeze.
Yeah.
Not to like rub it in, but we've had like false spring for like the past 2.5 weeks.
But we've had false spring
in the Super Bowl champion city of Seattle.
That's great. That's great. You know what? Cut her. Cut her. No more.
Off the podcast. You always
it would be
regret
impressive if you had a
charity in the end.
trapdoor under my own desk.
Yeah, it's been the lack of snow plowing has been pretty crazy. Just the general it's not been good snow vibes. This is the first time I've experienced like really bad snow vibes in my life.
Has every asshole in Philly forgotten to plow their sidewalk?
Yes,
that's why.
Yep.
Yeah, naturally. But also usually like it snows a bunch and then it's like 40 degrees for a few days. Nah, it was like, I don't know, 3 or whatever.
Yeah, it was not fun.
It's very bad. It was very bad. Today when I went out to go to the grocery store, it was like, holy shit, it's a puddle of liquid water.
Oh my God.
I
Can you
haven't
imagine
seen
such
that
a
in
thing?
weeks.
No, when it's been a while since I had like bad vibes snow, but the last time I experienced it was living in rural Idaho. Because
that tracks.
You get that first one in like late October, November, and you're kind of like, oh, this is gonna be kind of nice. Like the mountains look so pretty, and then it just stays below 10 for 4 fucking months, and there's just always more snow. And like, you know, it's like it's a town of 3,000 people, so they don't know how to snowplow things or, you know, maintain like infrastructure. So it's just hateful.
You probably can't even walk somewhere too, you know? I mean, that's definitely, you couldn't walk anywhere, like just trying to get off the bus or the trolley. It was like, you're going to fucking immediately be dumped into a snowbank and die.
Yeah.
It's just only Victoria's on camera. They're
Hi.
Something's happening.
That's a mess.
What is happening?
No,
Something's happening on Liam's side.
Love you. I'll see you in 4 to 6 hours.
I promise I cut this down so it's not like that.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing with that. Scooter, you've met my wife. You've we've met.
Yep.
My wife yelled,
Hi, Corinne.
Hi, sweetie. Anyway, so my wife, the highest compliment I think my mother has ever given my wife, and this is true, is that my wife would make an incredibly effective dictator. She runs this house like we're the goddamn Navy. It's fucking horrible. Like, for a guy who's not especially detail oriented, you know, I'm just like, oh yeah, like I fucking go bubbling through life with my pants down. And then my wife is like, why are you doing the things that you're doing? I don't understand. It's very DIY podcast. It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shall we move on?
We
Yes,
do it
please.
ourselves. Well, I mean, so it's cold. In other news.
I see your head shake, Victoria. I know it's bad.
There were more Epstein files released, and unfortunately,
Verb every noun. Verb.
Some of our faves were implicated.
Yeah. J.K. Rowling.
Jesus.
J.K. Rowling, who turned off her yacht's transponder and erased all the what is it, like a doc record or something?
Yeah.
That's against the law, by the way.
It was a mistake. You know,
it was not a mistake. Look, the sooner we just fucking kneel J.K. Rowling over a shallow ditch and put.
Say it with me if you know the words. You can't say that on YouTube.
And Noam Chomsky, apparently.
Yeah, and Noam Chomsky, because all men are misogynistic dickheads who don't care who they harm.
The only thing that I've discussed about the thing about all of the Epstein case, right, is like it crossed into tabloid information, like, I don't know, in 2019 probably. And nothing really has been treated differently since then, even though it should be kind of one of those scandals that sort of rocks America to its core.
Right.
But America has no core, so there's nothing to be rocked. It's just like, wow, can you believe that all these people do this? And it's like, well, yeah, I kind of can. We should probably punish them for the crimes they have committed. But since that's off the table, we're all just kind of like watching human suffering. So the only information that I pulled out of this that I was able to like wrap my mind around and process is that Jeffrey Epstein tried to import a Toyota Century and failed. Which I thought was really funny. The guy literally is like one of the like all-time evils of America, which is insane. Because like that is like the Kobe Bryant of pedophilia, and could get away with basically any crime in the entire world. And still could not import a non-federally legal car without the 25-year law getting in his way.
That's... I have no words.
Is that how we got away with getting an A class?
What?
Well, it's a very long story, but my boss bought a Mercedes A class off an auction that had been imported recently, after.
Yes, it's
okay.
The law in the United the law in the United States
rule?
is yeah. You have to wait 25 years after a car was made. There is a short list of cars that you can get a show and display exemption for, which is like if you see somebody bring in like an R34 Z-Tune or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, well, I guess 06 now is like close. Damn. But like you can bring in stuff sooner. Jerry Seinfeld and Bill Gates actually advocated for that law because they wanted to bring in their 959s, and those were never federally legal. But like Toyota Centuries do not qualify, generally speaking.
Gotcha.
And it also puts very strict limits on like how many miles you can drive it and stuff. And like I guess that wasn't good enough for him. I don't know. I just saw the emails and I was like, wow, okay, I can actually this one I can wrap my head around. This feels like something that is like actually comedic. Everything else is like cool. Wow. I love living in a culture that just treats human beings as disposable,
as commodities. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of nasty stuff in there, but thank God we stopped that Toyota Century from coming into the country.
Pedophiles don't deserve nice things. I would hope.
The thing is like they don't, but they keep having them.
Yeah, we gotta execute these fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking because I don't remember. I don't remember what this looks like. I wanted to just make sure this joke will work. Yeah, okay, yeah. Never mind, that won't work.
What were you trying to look up?
The Toyota Century. My brain mashed it with a Mercedes for some reason.
The Toyota Century is better than a Mercedes.
I know, but it's I
The
was thinking it
seats
was
are
a
wool,
totally
man.
different
They're
car.
lovely. With a
Well, you should
V12
have,
that makes like 190 horsepower for reasons beyond me.
Yeah, you could also get a Hemi in them.
Why?
I've driven one.
Oh.
I've driven one that had a hemispherical head V8.
Hell yeah.
This one makes 198 horsepower.
Yeah, they're it's kind of like, I don't know, platonic ideal car. I've driven like a 94 that somebody imported. It's absolutely amazing. Wool upholstery is awesome. More people should do it, but we live in hell, so instead you can get the $110,000 Ram E-Rev. I'm going way off track. That's a different podcast. Sorry.
Check out Trangirlismo. But yeah, I guess that is the main takeaway from the Epstein files is not even
These
Jeffrey
fucking
Epstein
people.
can import a Toyota Century. That was the goddamn news.
All right, Scooter, go.
All right, here we go. Okay. So, the Cold War, am I right?
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's fucking cold out right now. I don't think it ended.
It's
God
Yeah.
damn it.
No, that's not true. It was like 40 degrees
like
today.
40.
They need to
Dude,
open
my-
the pools.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Cold War went hot.
Sherelle
That's
Parker,
not
open the pools.
good. No, so like I'm expecting like maybe 40% of the listeners to have actually lived through this. Maybe.
Yeah, we have 40% is probably being a little generous, but we got some old heads on here.
Oh, I know. I know I get yelled at if I said nobody. But the Cold War, and I'm going.
I'll be right back.
Jesus, man.
We never saw Liam again.
I gotta poop. What?
Oh yeah, okay.
I gotta fine. I'll shit my pants. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care.
No.
It's not presented to you in television. What do you care if I shit my pants?
You have your camera on. I'm going to watch this in high def.
yeah. You ready? Yeah. This is a crime in some jurisdictions. All right. I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank God. So the Cold War. I'm going to start off this whole presentation with, if you don't have any inkling of what happened between 1945 and 1991, and also don't understand what a nuclear bomb is, you're going to have a hard time. But to try and like simplify it, is the Cold War was a time where the United States hated Soviet Union because they were communist. And the Soviet Union hated the United States because the Soviet Union was right and they were wrong.
I'm glad you waited for the anarchist to get up to land that bit.
The base situation was that FDR and Stalin were great buddies, and FDR died too soon.
Yeah.
And then the next guy was like,
Maybe not.
thinking maybe he's a fake friend,
Maybe not. Yeah. There's a lot that goes into it, but simply the USSR, which was a bunch of countries that Russia had made friends with sometimes, and America, who was a bunch of states that are all friends and friends with other countries called NATO, sometimes friends, that didn't like each other, but were too afraid of what each other had to do anything about it. And what they had was nuclear stuff. This is the thing that the United States came up with in 1945.
Oh,
The thing, you know, if you don't know what a nuclear bomb is,
we got moving pictures in this slideshow.
I can't believe it's fucking working.
This is the first time a GIF has worked on this podcast. Yeah.
Hallelujah. So in the 1940s, the United States hated a country called Germany. And Germany was bad for a lot of reasons.
And still is.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But mainly because they were doing horrible genocide.
Every time I drive a Volkswagen, I'm like, Morgenthau was right.
But we were afraid they were going to make their own bomb to fuck us. So we made our own bomb to fuck them. But then the war was over in Germany before we could fuck them, about 2 months early. So in July, we tested that bomb. It worked. And then we took it to Japan to fuck them. And we fucked them hard.
Yeah, we do it. I think bombing. Okay. I'm going to push back slightly and just say I don't really think that the nuclear bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki was necessarily to win the war in Japan.
I never
as much
said
as
that.
It was. Well, I'm just saying. I think that it was mostly to show the Soviets, hey, we got this thing. Check this out. That's crazy. And just like Japan happened to be there and quote unquote an acceptable target to show off to the world.
Well, we had no problem firebombing the shit out of them right before it. So it was kind of like, you know.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like at this point it was, I got disconnected because I was pushing back on Harry Truman too hard.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Zencaster is a pro Harry Truman software.
I think it's still going. Keep going.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's still going, yeah.
It says you're still here.
No, she told me it was kicking me out. Anyway,
Well,
yeah, you
see,
go on. I
still hear
just
you.
wanted to be clear that, like, I don't think it was quite a necessary strategic maneuver. I think it was more of just like a kind of America doing what it does best and blowing up 70 to 110,000 people per city as a flex.
Every nuclear person on the internet's going to yell at me for this, but yeah. Yes.
Why would they yell at you?
Because there's two theories and not a third. Theory one is the bombs won the war. The bombs told Japan
Okay.
FO. I didn't say it was right.
Okay.
It's just theory one.
Okay.
Theory two is that Russia invading Manchuria was what won the war. Because Japan went, oh, fuck no. We ain't going to be with them. We'll go with the United States. The reality is somewhere in between is not the right answer, but your answer is the one I agree with.
Yeah, I mean, I get.
You probably didn't have to do that.
Yeah, no, it was pretty. I mean, it was pretty clearly gratuitous in every history I've read of it. But I mean,
well, yeah, but again, so was the firebombing beforehand. Like,
yeah. Again, this is why before we started recording this episode, I was like, when I was a kid, because I have, I'm on this podcast, I read a ton about World War II history, and I made it to about age 12 when I stopped reading like sanitized children's books and started reading like, actual history books, where I was like, I can't read about the air war with bombing anymore because it makes me upset.
yes.
So that was. I am less good at that side of things, and I don't know if I'd be able to clearly delineate when exactly the air war over Japan went from like from necessary to gratuitous. I don't think I'm quite qualified for that, but I feel like I'm pretty qualified to say, like, I don't think that I think I'm gonna have a very controversial opinion and say that I think Hiroshima and Nagasaki were bad.
Well,
if that's what gets me canceled on the show, so fucking be it.
This is in hard contrast with our previous bonus episode. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were good, actually.
Oh yeah, the Poison Pill episode, along with Israel is good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Pennsylvania GG1 conversation got really derailed.
Yes, so to speak.
I mean, a lot of the scientists that built the bomb traveled on the PRR, so
We'll get to them.
Oh yeah.
long story now long is those bombs were created to wipe out Germany. They didn't need them, so they wiped out Japan instead. After they already wiped out Japan with a bunch of fire bombings, and then we went a little crazy with thinking that it was fine to continue using these bombs. In 1946, they did atomic testing in Bikini Atoll, which is all stolen land in the Pacific Islands, that we saved them from the Japanese. Why'd I air quotes Japanese? Whatever.
We saved them from the Japanese.
But we saved them and then moved them to a whole different island so that we could blow the shit out of their native land. And through that atomic testing program, everybody decided nuclear bombs good in the military. Everybody wanted them after that.
Oh, yeah.
So we go into this disagreement with the Russians, planning to just bomb the ever-loving shit out of them if they ever come west. And they get a little upset about that, so they took all their intelligence and started making their own bombs.
Yeah, and if I can just share my favorite anecdote about this sort of like early Cold War era, in like 1946 or 1947, GE started building the what became known as the Little Joes, the electric locomotives for the Soviet railways. Based off of like their own specifications, what they were going to run, what they were going to run for their overhead lines. And by the time the locomotives were done 5 years later in like 1952, the U.S. State Department was like, you can't export things to the Soviet Union. It had gone bad quicker than you could build an electric locomotive.
Yes.
So then they entered into service in Brazil, and then also the
Milwaukee Road episode.
Milwaukee Road, which is a
coming.
bonus
Milwaukee
episode
Road.
I have to write because it's my obsession. Is like, what if things had gone differently? That's like, there are a couple of like inflection points in American history I love to think about. Like, what if the world were not as bad as it is? And that is definitely one of them.
Well, if there's anybody that knows anything about exporting locomotives to a currently a hostile to America country, it would be me. So anyway, Justin, can you go back a slide?
Yes.
So anyway, there's kind of a really bad primer about the history in 7 minutes. But the thing I wanted to implicate is everything that was made to make fun of the Cold War is 100% accurate. And this slide is on the right is the headquarters of Strategic Air Command, which is who ended up taking all the air deliverable nuclear weapons and planning and plotting how to use them against the Soviet Union. And they had the big board where they would show where and what everything was doing in the 1950s. And on the left is Dr. Strangelove, where they have the big board where all the planes are going in the 1950s.
Well, I is this like this is like a scaffold that goes up and down, right? So you can, I don't know, right on the board. And the guy
has the pull cue that moves the planes that are magnetic to the board.
Oh my God.
It's so fucking cool. It's so 1950s, and I love it. But yeah, there was a guy in the Air Force that his entire job was to have the highest security clearance possible, take a pool cue, and just move stuff on the big board.
God, do you ever see a job that you were just born a little too late to have? Like, sure, the U.S. military is kind of evil. Especially in like the 1950s, we're about to transition from, ooh, we beat Hitler to, ooh, we're going to invade Korea. But also, you get to push around little magnetic airplanes with a pool cue. I could do that.
The whole point of this presentation is, man, the Air Force is kind of fucked, and so is the military. But it's also so fucking cool. That's like all of my interests, but also my ex-job.
Yeah, again, this is why, in order to remove the moral complexity from the things I'm interested in, That's why I just got into fighter planes after I turned about 15.
Oh, that's
because
better.
like fighter planes are the most consensual war has ever been. Those two guys up there who are trying to blow each other out of the sky are living for that shit. That is pure distilled dudes rock. And as long as you do it over kind of like a non-populated area, so your flaming carcass doesn't take out an apartment building, that's just pure clean fun.
Until you get into the 1960s and we have air deliverable fighter-to-fighter nuclear weapons.
Well, yeah, I mean but like that's the thing, right? It's like you just read the best era of like fighter plane warfare to be really, really into, in my opinion, is the Korean War. If you just strip away all context from your mind and become like perfectly smooth-brained, and you just look at like F-86s and MiG-15s fighting it out and forget about all the geopolitical context outside of it and like mass death, you're just like, okay, it's about these two planes right now. It's I watched a lot of dogfights on the History Channel as a kid.
And they have ejector seats, so no one even gets killed.
No.
Yeah, well,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go with that.
This is the best War Thunder game I've ever played.
Yeah, well, the MiG-15 was actually, I think, the latest airplane that was ever produced that still had the World War I fighting strategy of, don't worry about it, we got more guys.
Oh, God. Ugh. Okay, so we should move on. So
Yes.
that's kind of your recap. 2 slides, please.
2 slides.
That's the one. So the bomb that you saw falling in the GIF a minute ago is this one. The last big one, the largest bomb we ever built, the Mark 41. The spikes on it make it more menacing.
Is that truly it?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just like, all right, it seems like something the United States military would be like, hey, fuck it, put spikes on it. Who gives a shit? We're gonna annihilate the planet.
I only put this in here before we get into the subject because it always pisses me off when people talk about this. This is the biggest bomb. This is the biggest bomb. No, bitches, this is the biggest bomb we ever dropped from a plane. And it is the last one we ever dropped from a plane and actually detonated. Sorry, ran over. Next slide.
Yes.
So we're here to talk about broken arrows. What is a broken arrow? Well, the movie Broken Arrow came out in 1996. It had John Travolta facing off against Christian Slater, where John Travolta steals the B-3 bomber, a bomber that doesn't exist, but might now because he consider it what the Doolittle Raider bomber is. And he steals it and steals the nuclear weapons to go bomb Salt Lake City. But that's not what we're talking about today.
We should have bombed Salt Lake City. The 2002 Olympics should have never happened. Mitt Romney wouldn't be alive right now if we had done the right thing and nuked the Mormons.
I was about to say, I thought, you bombed Denver, but you have to do that with a train.
Well, they get on a train. The movie has a train. It's not right.
Oh,
but it's
I didn't know there was a train in them. Okay.
You'll have to watch.
I was thinking about the atomic train.
What was it with this kind of like 90s spate of sort of like, oh, the Cold War's over, we have to reinvent all the anxieties now for the movies, sort of.
Yeah, because
there was like this.
Terrorism.
I feel like this is the same kind of like genre as the Harrison Ford movie where he has to like fight a bunch of people on Air Force One.
Air Force One?
Yeah,
Clear and
that's
Present,
the name,
baby.
right?
Oh, clear. It is Clear and Present.
No, is it?
No, is it Air Force One?
I think Air Force One is the one where Harrison Ford is on Air Force One.
What the fuck am I doing? Whatever.
Yeah.
My bad.
I just feel like there were a bunch of movies where they were like, okay, well, we can't make every movie bad guy be the Soviets now, so we have to figure out a new bad guy. And they were just like, it was about like the anxiety of having to fight somebody within the United States.
Yeah.
Which didn't really materialize at all or become oddly prescient about how America treated a unipolar world. Anyway.
Yeah, no kidding. So this is a scene from the movie, and it's the Undersecretary of Defense with the Secretary of Defense. And for some reason, the Undersecretary of Defense doesn't understand what the fuck a broken arrow is. A broken what? We call it a broken arrow. It's what we call when we lose a nuclear weapon. I don't know what's scarier, losing a nuclear weapon or that it happens so often that there's actually a term for it.
Both is bad.
Yes.
We'll go with both here.
So it was defined in the 1960s as a broken arrow because the military needs a code word for everything or an acronym for everything. And I'm surprised it's not like a BRA nuclear whatever, you know. But
a nuclear separation event.
Conscious uncoupling of a
nuclear separation event, otherwise known as my parents getting a divorce.
No.
Shit.
Sorry.
It's so sad. So this is a term used mainly for paperwork, but it has been in a lot of the research I've done is somebody has quoted like, "Sir, we have a broken arrow." Oh God, like that actually fucking happened a bunch. So I can't really make fun of it. But there's other terms that are also used in this, and people might have heard. A nuke flash is when like a broken arrow has gone so bad that it might start nuclear war, which we'll get into later. There's also a bent spear, which is like the first slide where a forklift fell off and knocked the bomb over. There could be thousands of bent spears. They just have not declassified them all. Like there's just so many incidents of like a carrier, weapons carrier moving and the hydraulics fail and the bombs slam into the ground. And
also like I assume that the guys moving around the bombs are like 20-year-olds that enlisted.
Yeah, that have been shit-faced drunk for the past 9 days. Yeah.
Where it's like they're doing their best, but also you've given a 20-year-old a forklift with a nuclear bomb on it, and so like that's just gonna happen.
Well, especially in like the 50s and 60s, like they're
oh my God, yeah.
And then
I'm forklift circuit certified.
Well, and you get into like the post-Vietnam era, and these incidents were like constant because everybody's on drugs, everybody's drinking, nobody believes in the armed forces anymore. So like they were firing guys left and right for like, oops, I dropped the nuke. Oh, you're also high. Bye. So there's quite a few very hard to find data on them other than what
I feel like personally being drunk would make me better at operating a forklift, but being high would make me worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. Can't attend to that, but so there's also the empty quiver, which is a seizure or theft of a nuclear weapon. There are none declassified, but you never know. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then Fated Giant, which is what I was on here for a full episode last about, which is a non-weapon military radiological incident. And that's your SL-1 disaster, where the Army was operating a nuclear reactor and it became very nuclear suddenly.
It had a Looney Tunes incident.
It had a very Looney Tunes incident. Which, speaking of Looney Tunes, next slide, please.
Reached its projected power output in 0.01
a mere second.
So, now it's time to talk about the apparatus that built why there's so many of these. If you know anything about military history, you've heard the name Curtis LeMay. He was a bomber general in a bomber colonel in World War II that led the firebombing campaign against Japan. And then he left Japan, came to the United States, and built the Strategic Air Command and took it from its early years where it was just a clusterfuck to being the most capable military organization on the face of the earth.
went from a clusterfuck to just psychopaths.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, when there were only a few bombs, nobody really treated it seriously. And there was no real like urgency because the Russians didn't have a bomb yet. It wasn't until late 1940s. So everybody treated it like, oh, we're here just to go nuke North Korea when that kicks off. You know, we're just going to go bomb Moscow for the fun of it.
Which we should have done.
Oh God. Okay. Now we're getting
boy.
now we're getting into now we're getting into some strange
I told
politics.
you it was good that you said what you said earlier when the anarchist wasn't on the episode.
So Curtis LeMay turned it into the machine. But if you go back to the World War II, there was this guy, General Thomas Sarsfield Power. That middle name is correct. I did not make that up. He is the craziest man in the military by 1960. And I say this because he didn't have a high school degree, and then he got a GED equivalent and went into the military and became a general, the last general since to not have a college education.
I'm sure this won't come back to bite us.
Well, he went to like every Air Force school ever. He went to, I mean, I listed them all in the notes, but it doesn't matter. He went to like the Air Corps training school, the commanding school, the Air Mail Corps school. He learned engineering and armament at the bombardment squadron.
He was just like a very early military version of those people that like go get a bunch of like master's degrees.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's just doing that in the Air Force.
He became a flying instructor. He did tactical air school, and then he was sent to the Pacific to carry out LeMay's firebombing campaign of Tokyo. So like he was crazy good at managing operations because he had done everything.
Right.
His job is to murder civilians.
And he's real good at it.
He's raring up for it.
Yeah.
But after World War II, he gets sent to Bikini Atoll for the Operation Crossroads, and is the Air Force or Army Air Corps, but whatever, liaison for the weapons testing. So he's setting up the planes, setting up the support for the Navy, who's running the operation, and he sees the atomic bomb go off for the first time, and has that like, this is what changes the world.
Yeah, I was gonna say, presumably he's starting to get withdrawals from mass murdering civilians at this point too.
Correct.
He's kind of like scratching himself, like, damn, you got any more of those fire bombs?
Come on, just one.
Just one wing of B-29s. That's all I need.
That's all I need.
Hey
Just
guys,
one more bomb, just one really big bomb. Come on.
Taking a long pull on a cigarette and going, I just need one more.
No,
Just
like,
a couple of megatons.
I swear this will actually be the war to end all wars. I promise. Just one more.
Well,
After this is sticks and stones, boys.
he goes from Crossroads to Strategic Air Command to be LeMay's, hatchet man. He's what takes LeMay orders him around, but he's the one that goes from location to location and makes the bomber force go from jerking themselves off and maybe dropping an atomic bomb one day to having 15-minute ground alert of all aircraft that were capable at all the Strategic Air Command bases. So if the Russians came over the poles, we have all of our aircraft up in 15 minutes and on their way to Russia.
This is like when they were having all the B-52 crews like sleeping in the airplanes and stuff like that, right?
We'll get there.
Oh,
Good.
But so he gets kicked out of Strategic Air Command to go run the Air Research Development Command. And why that's important is the books, either the books are really pro this guy and really, really crank, or really this guy was fucked, but also really, really cranked. So it's hard to like.
You have to clarify your usage of the word cranked here.
Oh God. Awful people. just maybe not the authors, but like their mental image of nuclear war is not right, you know? It's not everything we did is a good thing.
What you're saying is
he
that
wanted to invade Cuba, right? This is like one of the things I know about him, yeah. And then he ran with George Wallace.
Okay, so what you're getting at here is that like there's a certain subset of military historians who are like, wow, this guy was a drug-addled freak, and some of them are like, wow, what a base Chad.
Yes.
Okay.
But both are like, this guy did a lot of good for Strategic Air Command. Now, that's bad or that's good is the way it turns, but it's always like, what he did was a good thing, and it's like, whoa.
He was effective at his job. Whether
he was
that was a good or bad thing, it depends on the lens of the historian.
He was great at his job, but the problem is the Strategic Air Command is ontologically evil and also psychopathic.
Yes. The whole point of it is, yes.
Yeah.
But so he's who was in charge of Research Development Command when we were developing missiles. And so a lot of sources will say like he championed the missiles. He was better than Bernard Schriever, who did it all. And a lot are like, he was a hindrance. He won nothing but bombers. He fucking hated the idea of missiles, etc. That's important because he's the reason why the XB-70 supersonic bomber exists. He's who approved that project. Don't know why I'm talking about, look it up another time. It's the hottest bomber we've ever built.
Hottest isn't good, or hottest isn't on fire
hot.
A lot?
Like, looks so fucking cool.
It's got the wings that like they
tilt.
They tilt down, and then it rides on the shockwave. Oh my God, it looks so pretty.
It looks like the Concorde, but like.
But it goes way faster.
Yeah, it goes Mach 3. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it goes Mach Infinity. It's really cool. It'll deliver a present to your best friend in like 20 minutes.
I posted on Blue Sky a picture. Somebody designed it to drop a Minuteman missile for launching satellites just because they couldn't find a reason to keep this thing. It was so expensive. So they never actually deployed it, but like they're trying to do anything to build more. And like one's like, we'll put a missile under it and we'll launch things into space at Mach 3. It'll be really cool. Cool shit.
It's a good idea.
And now I'm one of those motherfuckers that are like, he was actually cool.
No.
But
Nova's just gonna open the door to this podcast. The room's gonna be on fire. What did you do while I was
gone? In 1957, he becomes the commander of the Strategic Air Command because LeMay goes up the military chain and becomes the chief of staff of the Air Force. And this is where it's his time to shine, baby, because the commander of Strategic Air Command has the authority to start nuclear war without the president if he can't get a hold of the president. So he's really fucking excited. He also fucking hates the communists.
A lot, apparently.
Like, a lot. So, and he has a book called Design for Survival, which I read before I came into this. And he's just like, it was published right before he died, and he's just like, you just fuck them. You just nuke them. It just reads like, we will fuck them. The only way to get for us to win is for them to lose. It's bad, It's so bad.
America being like, we should just commit mass murder to ensure the victory of capitalism. What a fringe position for someone to hold.
It's very funny when you think about people who are, like anti-communist as like I don't know, a human rights thing. It's like,
I
no,
know.
no, actually, we should have just nuked Moscow because those people are ontologically evil.
Well,
What ontological evil in this episode, huh?
Yes.
Yes. So this is where I get to my comparison, because everybody says in Doctor Strangelove, General Buck Turgison is LeMay. And after reading this guy's book, it's like, no, this is 100% general power. Like, just the, 20, we'll only lose 20 million people if we strike now.
I'm not saying we wouldn't get our hair mussed. Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't get our hair mussed. Exactly.
It's amazing that what's his name? Crap. No, I the guy who directed the moon landing films.
Kubrick.
Kubrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick accurately described every single archetype in the military with one guy, Peter Sellers.
This is a apocryphal, so maybe I don't know if it's 100% true, but I had read that part of the reason he made Doctor Strangelove was because he was trying to assuage his own fears about like nuclear war, and this was the best image of like the military industrial complex that he could get from declassified information. And he was basically right about literally everything.
Yes.
And he was kind of like, well, I guess it's not worth worrying about because it's all really stupid.
Yep. Well, like that scene where Turgison's like, will he make it? And he's like, hey, he gets down real low and he comes along the tree line and, oh yeah, hot damn, he'll make it. Like, that's this guy. It's 100%. Like LeMay, who's like, Curtis LeMay was there for Cuba, for the Cuban Missile Crisis, and he was one of the guys telling Kennedy, like, go get him.
Bomb him. Yes.
And
yes, I thirst for blood.
He said that Power was a sadist.
Oh, dear.
A subordinate commander of Powers described him as a hard, cruel individual. I used to worry about General Power. I used to worry that General Power was not stable.
Oh, dear.
I mean, that's that average biography of a rabid anti-communist in the U.S. military from the beginning of the Cold War to the end of the Cold War, not being a stable individual. Yeah, that seems accurate.
Yes.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So just imagine this guy in charge of everything we're about to talk about, because he was. So next slide, please. So now it's time to talk about the good guys of this presentation.
I something tells me that we are firmly into an area where God has never witnessed anything, and there are no good
Oh,
people.
God's witnessed it. All these people are going right to hell.
So I just feel like this is like occasionally we have episodes where there's like, hey, this guy was pretty cool. Like, the guy who invented like the blow-up preventer. Like, he seemed nice. I don't think anybody in this episode is like, oh, he seemed nice.
No, these guys are all fucking psychopaths.
It's like,
there is one guy.
it was Einstein, and then everyone else was like, no.
There's one guy in Sandia, which is what we're about to talk about, that's actually as close to a saint as you can get as a person that developed nuclear weapons.
Glowing reference.
The patron saint of nuclear weapons.
But all right, so Sandia
Pope Leo,
Corporation.
get on it.
Yeah.
Los Alamos, which I'm sure you've heard of if you've heard of the nuclear bomb, and Livermore National Laboratory, which you probably know if you're in California, were two bomb designing laboratories. So they would come up with the amounts, the systems, the way to make a nuclear explosion happen. Sandia was created in 1949 to take the design of making a nuclear bomb an actual bomb instead of just a theoretical operation. This was the bomb factory for all United States production. They are who came up with the safety systems, or lack thereof, triggering systems, and how to put it all together. It's not great.
Yeah.
But they came up with like 90% of the 3,000 to 6,500 components that made all of the nuclear bombs work and happen. But the problem is, back in the 50s and 60s, we needed this shit now because the Russians had more of this shit, right? So
Theoretically.
So Sandia was in a really tough spot because they had customers. The Air Force was their customer, not just a government liability. So they had to deliver what the Air Force wanted, and the Air Force wanted now. So safety.
You gotta love American military procurement, where it's like, yeah, no one else is allowed to do this, and there's just this one company that we've actually given the ability to handle all of this nuclear material. But we're going to treat them like an actual corporation that we're going to put an order in with. Yeah.
Yep.
Like when you see those, like I've seen pictures of like the ads in DC where it's like, thinking about defense, try ordering the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, and it's like, that is an advertisement that somebody paid several $100,000 for to appeal to two people.
Yep.
Who will use the DC Metro.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But it's fascinating. Just what a great system. You know, I totally get why it was worth killing hundreds of thousands of people for desiring a better world to make sure we could continue doing this. I think that should be the new line of the podcast, actually. That this was a completely worthwhile trade-off to kill like millions of
20 million.
Yeah, you know. I don't know. If you I was gonna say I should probably look up like what the actual total death count from like all, you know, global South incursions of Vietnam and Korea were. But I think I'd get too depressed. So
Yeah,
we're just gonna say it was a bunch.
I wonder how much an advertisement of the Pentagon Metro station would cost. We could probably put one in.
Oh, I'm on it. Hang on.
Yeah.
DC Metro advertise. I'm on it. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Well, we should turn Well, There's Your Problem into the new War Thunder forums. We could just get guests to come on and give us classified information.
God. Just the thought.
Come on, whistle blow to us. We can be trusted.
So
yeah, I'll just forget who told me the information like instantly. Not like as like a kayfabe thing. Like I'll actually forget it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like mostly face blind anyway. Like,
all right,
you could do like Deep Throat to me in broad daylight, and I'd be like, I don't know.
Oh my!
Oh.
Wartakes is probably about to have a stroke. Their whole brain must be burning right now from this conversation.
All right, hold up. Yeah, all right. So I got to go to out front, but I think I can do it. You want me to see how much it costs, or what do you want me to do?
You wanna go halvesies? You wanna do like half Well There's Your Problem and do half Trangirlismo?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Cool.
I'll contribute to this GoFundMe.
Yeah, I would just did just one side at the Well There's Your Problem. The Pentagon Metro. Okay, what do you want it to say? Leak to us. Well, there's your problem.
Just like a got milk font, and it just says like War Thunder. Well, there's your problem.com.
I know a Septibus advertising campaign is not so expensive.
Got secrets? We're your people.
Come on, leak us your state secrets, you fucking nerds.
So back on topic, Sandia stopped being totally evil in 1979 when they became a national laboratory which meant they were so desperate for money they started getting other projects like supercomputing and less evil stuff. But they still do the evil stuff.
I was gonna say powerful computers are certainly only used for good today.
I said less. This stuff ends things in a second.
Oh shit, these guys built the Whopper.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man. Yeah, war games.
War games.
Oh, I thought it was Burger King. I was like, damn, I didn't know we had a whole laboratory to build the perfect burger.
Describing military procurement to an American.
Imagine a burger.
God damn it. So anyway,
home of the Whopper.
There's a guy that comes up in all these not all these incidents, but a couple, called Bob Purifoy. And he starts out as a general technician and ends as one of the directors of the laboratory. He is in safety. He is one of the guys that's sent out when a broken arrow happens to go decide if the safety systems are intact and if it's okay to like proceed with the weapon. He never really felt like he did his job right and was happy with what the military ended up demanding of him. So, we go on,
nuclear bomb safety guy with imposter syndrome is a really good character bit.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Just imagine a guy that every time somebody's like, you know, we should put we should make it so this can't detonate if somebody drops a screwdriver or a socket, and everybody in the room's like, no, and he just starts bashing his head against his desk. This guy. It's this guy. So anyway, next slide, please.
Yes.
So what you're looking at is the first real safety system of a nuclear weapon. And this is what was used on the bombs in Japan. This is what was used in pretty much all bombs up to late 1950s. It's called the bird cage.
That's
a picture on the right. And what it is you would take the bomb and the casing, which has all the explosives, all of the detonators, and all of the timing and radar devices that tells the bomb where it is and what it's doing. That's the bomb. Then you pull out the core, which is the part that makes the bomb nuclear, and you put it in its little lockbox, essentially. I am trying to think with the BDSM device. This
chastity cage.
Chastity cage. That's it.
That's why you have me here. Come on.
That's a lot of
or the vacuum cube. That also could be a vacuum cube.
The latex vacuum cube is what I was thinking. Yeah.
Oh God.
Why not both? It's got a padlock.
Move on swiftly, please.
So for our next two incidents, this is how the bomb was rendered safe. Quotes, safe. Okay? So, next slide, please.
Oh, baby.
Oh, I'm so ready. This is a B-36 Peacemaker. It was designed during World War II to be a bomber that could take off from the United States, bomb Germany, and come back? Maybe?
Question mark?
Question mark.
I don't love TBD on getting back.
The thought was, you know, it'd either go to Great Britain and refuel or question mark, depending on what happened at Great Britain. So, and
yeah, a glide slope to Reykjavik.
A great landing is when you get to use the plane again.
So this was used, this was in service from 1946 to 1959, because at this point, military procurement was like, keep everything. And as this got, stopped being, fuck, what's the word?
Operational?
No.
Relevant?
Relevant. Relevant word. So when this stopped being relevant, you still had to keep it because it's the only plane that could deliver certain bombs. And they had it, so why not keep it? Use it for, it can fall behind the B-52 and just clean up the mess, right?
And by clean up the mess, you would make the mess considerably worse.
So I could talk about this thing for hours. I love this plane, but it's not the point of this.
This is back when Boeing used to make planes that fucked.
Convair. This is
a Convair.
Oh, it's a
plane,
Convair. Yeah. Okay, my apologies.
Yeah. It's magnesium. It's the magnesium overcast. They had recon
I love
variants
using
of this.
flammable metals.
I was just going to say, magnesium, that stable metal from everyone's favorite season of Le Mans.
But it had recon variants. It had a version that had parasite fighters that could go into the bomb bay and fall out and go fight off fighter aircraft and come back. They built the XC-99, which was like the KC-1, the C-5 of its day, which was this just huge cargo plane that they used a little bit and then stopped using because who cares about moving shit around? We just want to nuke shit. And they made a nuclear variant that was propelled by a nuclear reactor.
I'm beginning to see how the writers of Fallout created the world that they wrote into every transman's favorite video game.
Accurately depicted the world as it was if they had gone a little bit further.
Yes.
Just a tiny bit.
Yes. This is famous for, and I'm taking a statement from a former pilot. There's many ways to put this. This is famous for 6 turning, 4 burning, because it had 6 prop engines and 4 jet engines. But it also was known as 2 turning, 2 smoking, 2 sputtering, and 2 burning.
That
redundancy.
Sounds about right.
That's not enough. What about the other 2?
just keep 2 unaccounted for. Just keep tacking more engines. More engines, more gooder. This thing's gonna get to Great Britain if it kills us, man.
Two are doing nothing. They're just relaxing.
They might have fallen off. You never know. But it was so fucking cool. It is the largest plane at the United States Air Force Museum. It is like that one that scared me shitless when I was a child. I love this plane. But it's also the coolest plane because next slide, please. The engines on top of this fucking thing came off that plane.
Jay Sate, I regret to inform you, I have to hand it to you. This is cool.
The M497, the still fastest self-propelled rail car, still to this day, flew with J-47 engines on top of the damn thing. They took them off a decommissioned bomber and bolted them on top and went for it in 1966.
Dude's fucking rock.
Still has the North American Railroad speed record, to my knowledge. Also, very funny that they have is this a pitot tube?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I'm just rotating in my mind the concept of this, but with a Penn Central livery on it.
We got damn close. God, I had to have green hat simp time after the GG1 episode.
You're disgusting.
So...
I hope you and Jay are very happy together. Dickhead.
193 mile per hour. Eat it.
Okay, I'll eat it. Whatever, man. I've already taken L's this episode.
I'm sorry. I had to. So next slide, please. So the big fuck off plane existed to carry the big fuck off bomb. This is the Mark 17 thermonuclear bomb, which thermo means fusion, hydrogen bomb. It had a 15 megaton yield, so 1,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on 1,000. Yeah, I did math wrong.
15 million tons of TNT. So imagine a big crate of Acme dynamite, right? And then 15 million of those. That's this.
That's this.
Geez.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can see it makes the guy look really small on both pictures.
Yes.
That's because it's also the heaviest thing we've ever dropped out of a plane as a nuclear bomb. It was in service from 54 to 57. So like for 3 years, this was the spicy boy we had. Our first incident, we don't really have a good picture of, but imagine New Mexico. Mesas, desert. That's about it.
Coyotes, roadrunners.
In 1957, that's it. Maybe an Air Force base, maybe
Yes.
some trains. That's about it. We're in Kirtland, New Mexico, which is the Air Force Base Sandia is up against, and where all the spicy boys here are stored for either getting built or decommissioned because the Pantex is still in progress. On May 22nd, there is a B-36 ferrying one of these bombs to Kirtland Air Force Base. And as it comes in for approach, just about noon o'clock, they're 4 miles out, about 1,700 feet up, coming down. And there's a rule when it came to nuclear weapons and planes. And that rule was that when you take off or you land, you have to pull the locking pin out of there's a bicycle chain and a hook, quick release. If you've ever seen Mythbusters, it's almost literally the black quick release that they had on that show. You had to pull a pin out of the quick release so that if you needed to drop the bomb for any reason, an aborted takeoff, a potential crash, etc., you could. So
they deemed it was just because I want to make sure I'm getting this right.
Right.
They deemed it safer to drop the bomb from 2,000 feet in the air and make sure it was thrown clear of the burning magnesium wreckage, basically. Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, honestly, since the plane is magnesium.
Well, it's just general. It's whether it's magnesium or not. The thought was there's a better chance the crew survives if the thing full of plastic explosives is not in the plane.
The U.S. Air Force was a no seatbelts type of institution. Yeah. I understand this. Yes.
Yeah.
Slapping my Punisher belt buckle to get the chime to stop so I could land my B-36.
So they have to pull this safety pin out because you put it in when you're in flight, you take it out when you're landing or taking off. They go to take it out and they pull it and bomb goes straight through the bomb bay doors and straight to the ground. Hits the ground and goes off. Now, the core's in the bird cage because they're just ferrying it, but it still hits the ground and detonates. And all the plastic explosives in the bomb just, for 3 miles, just throw shit everywhere. Blows out windows, makes Kirtland Air Force Base shit their bricks. Bad. Very, very surprising and bad. Apparently the plane lifted up like 20, 30 feet instantly and then like an extra 100 as it like coasted up from the weight loss. Scared the shit out of the crew. And just generally was bad.
I do imagine that, yeah, the shock experienced by accidentally dropping a nuclear bomb somewhere over rural Texas probably is pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, and luckily, again, desert. It just falls into the desert by the Air Force Base.
And turns it all into glass. Easy peasy. And now
yeah,
I mean, glass factory.
Even
nice,
if you're in the Air
surface.
Force and you don't care about anybody else on the ground, flying 1,700 feet above a detonating nuclear bomb is not a survivable situation, no matter how good your airplane is. I don't think.
You gotta go faster. Just
yeah, it's the SR-71 approach. Fly faster.
So this is like the first broken arrow in the continental United States that gets any kind of press, because like one of those, like, everybody in Kirtland knew something had gone off. So because there was the first broken arrow, a plane crashed into a mountain in Canada. This was the one that was like, oh fuck, this can happen here. But it gets
But the birdcage worked, so you know.
The birdcage worked.
That guy with imposter syndrome should be like not quite as hard on himself, honestly.
It's a start, but we move on. Next slide, please. This is the B-47. This is what was essentially being built to fill a gap between the B-52 and the B-36.
Well, good thing we retired all those B-52s, huh? Replace everything with the A-10. I know who's going to yell at me on the TV Tropes Wiki, and I don't care. Give the A-10 nukes.
I like, it's 3 engines on each side, but it's on 2 pods.
Stress you out a little?
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is that we have a B-52 here at the aviation museum, at Boeing Airfield here in Seattle, and they have to leave it parked outside uncovered to comply with nuclear disarmament treaties. So you can fly a satellite overhead and be like, yep, they're not using that B-52 because we still use them all the time. And so that one is decommissioned. So for it to not count as one of the active bombing force, we couldn't put it under the covering that we made for the Concorde and the 747 and stuff. A friend of mine took me there and told me that. I thought that was pretty funny because they don't look like they should still be flying at all. B-52s, that is. I mean, they do not seem like a 21st century technology.
Yeah, but they're so fucking cool.
I don't know. I think the thing is like,
they're
you know,
the A-10
I was
bombers.
talking about like my strategic disengagement.
The
you know, kind of making my brain smooth to enjoy specific airplanes. And I think the thing is, the B-52, I have never been able to achieve a level of smoothness where I can be like, oh yeah, that's cool. It's just like, oh man, we're still using this thing. That's dark.
Well, because it's can carry so fucking much.
I mean, I understand why we use it, but also like, you know, you see a B-29, like you see a B-29 and you're like, well, there's you can convince yourself that like at some point this, you know, beat the Nazis or whatever, right? Like you see a B-52, this was exclusively used for the world's like most cold-blooded anti-communist freaks to murder entire, like raise villages full of civilians because, you know, they didn't want the Red Menace to encroach on land 5,000 miles away from America. And we just keep doing that forever. And so it's like, I don't know. I think the B-52 is a little difficult for me to be like, it's cool. Plus it's goofy.
It's goofy. That's why it's cool.
No, I think that I like, this is a silly looking airplane.
It is a silly looking airplane. We're going to get to it. There's a bunch of slides about it. But you know what's sillier?
The center wheels are really silly looking.
This is a B-47. That's why it's the dumbest fucking jet plane we've ever made. And I know I'm going to catch flack for that. But it's on bicycle gear. So if you break one of the little wheels off on the side, it goes tumbling over and skidding out. It didn't have enough power when loaded to get off the fucking ground, so they had to put JATO and RATO engines on these things.
Yes.
The famous picture of this is one with the RATOs going off, but I like this one because it shows the other problem with this fucker. It's got a parachute because it doesn't have enough ability to stop.
Good.
All gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes. But there's not enough gas to get off the fucking field.
No gas, no brakes.
It's balanced. We've achieved harmony.
How did the U.S. put up the kill counts it did with airplanes like this?
Lots of them.
This is insane.
The worst part is this never bombed anything conventionally.
I mean, I think that's good, actually.
No, it's the worst.
I think that's the good part.
Well, the problem is they made thousands of this fucking thing. I think it was like 1,100 and change.
So this is the one post World War II unproblematic fave for bombers because its kill count is measured solely probably in pilots.
The B-36
I don't know,
is
but
the
I'm
same
gonna
way.
guess.
The B-36, same thing. It only dropped conventional bombs once, and that was for an air show. Dudes rock.
God, we used to do air shows so cool in this country.
You could drop bombs at an air show. We're gonna take out some sheep for you.
That was I was reading the book on the fucking thing, and that was like one of those like, wait a minute. It's, forget what air show, but just like drop for, to prove a point at air show. I'm like, what?
Today we just crashed civilian airliners
oh my God.
at air shows.
We should, we could finally get rid of all of the excess office space problem in Bellevue if we just made Seafair a little bit cooler. Everybody's like, what are we going to do with all these vacant buildings that we're never going to be able to use it for anything else? There you go.
Oh, God. Fuck. So, B-47 is the dumbest fucking plane we've ever built. And it also has, like, a problem when it comes to doing its fucking job. And we're going to go to March 11th, 1958 in Georgia.
Oh, dear. A date.
Second date. This is in Savannah, Georgia. I don't know why the fuck I kept thinking Carolina.
I get those confused as well.
It's the South. It's all the same. It's all the same place. It just goes on for miles. So this thing takes off at 4:34 p.m. as part of an operation because the B-47 can refuel in the air, but they're trying to move these aircraft to Britain to be closer to the Soviet Union because we're not doing the air alerts yet. Getting there. So they want to have it at RAF Bruntingthorpe base. That's where they're headed to, and they're going to fly partially over the continental United States, and then go out over the ocean, aerial fuel on the way, and then land.
You saying RAF Bruntingthorpe really made me miss November.
Yeah, that was one.
I feel like she would know something about this.
Yes. That's why it's in the notes, because it doesn't matter because they never made it.
Oh dear.
Hi, Bert.
Hi, Bert.
So,
Hi, Bert.
Oh. Where's my... Anyway.
That's the problem with the I have to have the slides up. I don't get to see Bert.
Oh.
Oh.
Well.
You got to hear him, though.
This is true.
So this dumb fucking thing is up in the air on its way. Next slide, please. It's carrying the Mark 6 nuclear bomb. This is essentially what was dropped on Japan, but just upgraded a little bit. Sensors, safe, quote unquote, safety systems, and contact fuse on the front.
Sorry, what's a contact fuse? What do you mean?
It's when it hits the ground, it goes off.
Oh, okay.
It goes boop. And
yep, makes sense.
Boop, boom.
So not an airburst.
No. Okay. You could be, but it's not. That's the yellow dish on the front.
Okay.
Somebody's going to yell at me for that. I don't care. But the policy still at this time is to pull the locking pin when you take off, put it back when you are in the air, right? 25 minutes after they take off, they have a device that puts it in now. You don't have to have a guy go back there. Well, the device isn't putting it back in. It's not locking.
Oh.
So they send back Air Force Captain Bruce Kolka, who's the Navigator Bombardier. It's his problem anyway, right? Since he's the Bombardier. They say, go back, knock out the fault light, and put the fucking thing back in manually. So he crawls through, and if you look on the right, there's like that little hatch panel there. He's crawling down through the aircraft. And he's short. He's a short king.
Oh no.
And he can't actually get up to the locking pin to shove on it. So he has to lean up against the bomb to try and get the pin in. This is, a couple thousand feet up in the air. The bomb weighs about 76 to 8,500 pounds, depending on the bomb. And he goes to pull himself up to get to the pin, grabs a cable, and next slide, please. The cable he grabbed was the release cable.
Oh no!
Well, it's gone poorly.
Oh dear!
The bomb falls onto the bomb bay doors. He shits himself.
Yeah, I would be breaking loose.
Puts both hands on the release cable, and the bomb pushes the bomb bay doors open and falls out of the plane.
Falls out of the plane!
He does not.
Oh.
He is hanging on for dear life to that release cable until the doors, because they were just pushed open, the bomb didn't fall through them. They just close, and he walks back into the cockpit.
Guys,
The worst walk of shame ever completed.
I
Guys.
have an announcement.
guys, you have no idea what happened. I'm sorry.
Well, they
Guys,
had an
no, it
idea
was-
because
it
the
was
plane
crazy.
lurched up like 50 feet.
Oh,
Listen.
I seem to have made a whoopsie doopsie.
This is gonna happen to anyone, guys. Listen. Someone call the president.
well. So
walking in like, do you promise you won't be mad at me?
No, I do not promise that.
Well, then I'm not going to tell you what happened. Could have been any. You want to go back there and check? I don't think so.
Hey, is the pin back in? Doesn't matter. So a couple seconds go by. Next slide, please. And the crew hears the boom from the plane.
Oh, good. Well, look out the window. There's
So-
the end of civilization, assholes.
Well, this is a birdcage bomb, so luckily they didn't vaporize Mars Bluff, but it fell down onto a house in Mars Bluff, which is near Florence, South Carolina.
Lawrence, South Carolina.
Oh, South
Hello?
Carolina.
Yeah, you can do it better than I can because you're from below the Mason-Dixon.
So it falls down about 100 yards from this guy's house, Walter Gregg, and it goes off when it hits the ground, contact fuse, right? And he says it's like an artillery shell went off next to their house. But his family was there, his kids were out playing, and it just, boom, suddenly, and knocks his whole house almost over, like blows out the roof, knocks his garage over, destroys his car. How his kids survived, I will never know, because if you look at the picture, like, it vaporized the trees nearby.
Look, no
Kids
one
are
wants to
sturdy.
admit it, but like kids are pretty durable.
Yeah, it's like
Don't shake
I
'em.
forget what movie it is. It's like I can't recall, but like there is a movie where some kid like runs out into traffic and like gets hit by like 6 different trucks and just gets up and keeps running.
Just dusts
And it's
himself
like
off.
that is kind of the average kid.
Yeah. Yeah, like right about you hit like 18 and you know, that then you become a delicate little flower.
It's a
Before then-
testament. It's a testament to how poorly designed American trucks are and like SUVs that they kill so many kids, because generally speaking, like a kid gets hit by a Honda Civic, they just walk that off.
Yes.
Oh, he's yawning. Get some coffee, Roz. I can hear it in your voice there, bud.
So House becomes Housen. And
Of course.
the crew gets transferred overseas after they like land, debrief. Everybody gets like, you're a communist spy, and they're like, no, Kolka's just an idiot. But they get transferred overseas for another assignment as in Strategic Air Command, and they all wrote letters to Walter Gregg saying we're sorry, which I thought was adorable. Like, sorry, your house isn't anymore. But
Good things your kids can survive a nuclear bomb. Apparently.
so he sues the Air Force for obvious damages, and they gave him $54,000, which is like $600,000 in today's money.
It's not that bad.
That's pretty good for your house getting leveled, your car getting blown up, your kids never
getting vaporized.
Yeah, all that stuff was a lot cheaper back then, especially the kids.
Really, like what I'm hearing here is
birth
like
control.
These are some policy suggestions. The U.S. military should write a letter apologizing for everybody's house that they blow up, and they should give them $600,000. Like that would be a notable improvement in like U.S. foreign policy.
Right. Well, my favorite little fun fact at the end of all this is in 1958, the family went on CBS for the show I've Got a Secret. You know, one of those where they like ask questions to figure out why you're famous. And their secret was our house was hit by an atom bomb.
Oh, dear.
Which, like, back then, like, nobody's going to fucking believe you.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think that's necessarily a back then type deal. I don't know if I'd believe it if somebody came up to me now and was like, my house was hit by an atom bomb. I'd be like,
all over social media.
Sure.
Show me the video.
Well, this is going on TikTok immediately. Yeah.
So next slide, please.
So I think the Sabrina Carpenter dance is just like that as the just vaporized in front of you. Your house is turned into fucking piles of brick.
So like you can go see this still, technically not really. There used to be like this really nice, the crater's still there. And there was this like little nice like information thing and signs pointing to it.
Does that say Crater Road?
Yes. They named the trailer park road Crater Road.
I fucking love the South. That's awesome.
I like the Federal Highway Administration, styled sign that says atomic bomb crater site.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all this has been taken down since the trailer park disappeared. And now it's trespassing to go back there, so you really shouldn't. Some of us have, not saying who. But the metal highway sign's still there, so you got an idea where it is. But in the Florence County Museum, they have pieces of the bomb.
Neat.
Like, that was found after the accident, and a congressman kept them and then donated them to the museum.
Every story about a 50s congressman is insane.
Oh yeah.
Segregation
forever. Here's some atom bombs.
if it falls in your district, it's legally yours.
Yeah, it's public property.
Well, like I'm a
congressman.
I also know somebody that has a piece of it with paint on it still. I'm not going to say who, but it might be the same idiot in the picture with the pieces the congressman gave. I just love the museum did this like whole thing with like the bomb falling towards the house. And they're just so proud that this happened in their little county. Like, come look at our museum. There's nothing else, but we almost got nuked.
I think what else happened in Florence County, South Carolina.
You go to Myrtle Beach, you go to that Hardee's I used to manage down there. They call it Party Hardee's.
Is Myrtle Beach in Florence County, South Carolina? I think I've been to this fucking horrible county. Hold on.
Why?
It has.
Why have you been
I forget if it was a Dow or a Monsanto plant. Was like the other big thing in the museum.
Myrtle Beach is
like
no. I think this is where I went to crew camp.
Oh, you poor son of a bitch. Horry County, South Carolina. It's Myrtle Beach.
Gotcha.
I love Myrtle Beach, man. I will never surrender my love of trash.
Hold on.
My wife's from there, so I
my family did Hilton Head as a kid.
Oh, you went to Hilton Head. Oh, that's nice. Hilton Head's nice. Yeah, this is not what we're talking about, Victoria.
That's the only thing I know. I don't know what Myrtle Beach is like.
So
shithole. It rules.
For time's sake, I had to leave off the time that we almost nuked Hilton Head. When a B-47 broke up over top of Tybee Island and dropped a bomb that we still haven't found.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
A fun prize for the listeners of this show.
Tybee Island fucking rules, by the way. You get so goddamn drunk there.
I left it out because that's pretty much the whole story. Is plane hits an F-86, falls apart, bomb goes into the sand, never found again. But had I have known you went to Hilton Head, I would have included.
Yeah, Tybee Island. Yeah. I've been fucked up drunk there. It rules.
Well, I mean, what better place?
And then they have Fort Screven where they're like, oh yeah, the brave men of the Confederacy. And you're like, maybe not. Maybe we should have nuked
boys in gray.
All right, fine. Reeling it a little bit.
I like the thought that bomb has dissolved in the salt water by now, but there's also a part of me that's like, man, I wish it would just go off.
Yeah, you can go to the what's the bar I'm thinking of down there with the daiquiris that got me fucked up drunk, and my wife had to drive me home because I was just like, oh, I had one of these. Now, nope.
That's a good daiquiri. One can get you like that.
Yeah, no fucking kidding. Next slide, please.
Everclear, my muse and mortal enemy.
Oh, my computer just glitched hard. Okay, we're good.
Roz might not be. He's tired. He's a sleepy baby.
I'm going as fast as I can.
I know. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at Roz.
I got fucked up last night making chili.
Did you save me some at least?
Yeah, no, there's plenty of chili left.
Thank you. Yeah. I'll be over soon.
Chili sounds so fucking good. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Okay. Sealed pit weapons. So probably should have done a thing earlier about how nuclear weapons work, but I didn't want to have to do this twice. So here we are.
That's fair.
A standard plutonium nuclear weapon is a sphere of plutonium with a neutron initiator put right in the center of the sphere, surrounded by a soccer ball, essentially, of plastic explosives. And when all those explosives go off at the same time, it takes that sphere of plutonium, makes it itty bitty, makes all the atoms hit each other, makes all the neutrons go out, and then the whole bomb goes woo, and you have your nuclear explosion.
The whole bottom goes woo. Talk to me about Pride Night.
Yes.
So that is your standard
Looney Tunes shit.
Yeah.
I love that we've created a way to annihilate civilization with Looney Tunes shit.
Well,
yeah,
true.
you take an amount of plutonium, and it's like, well, this is not a critical mass, but if we make it smaller, it is, and so you explode a bunch of stuff around it, and then
exactly,
and then there she goes
off to the races. So, but that's how, because it's that simple, that's how you can get the birdcage style weapons where you pull the whole core out and you're just left with the explosives, right?
Okay.
As weapons design gets more intense and you start coming out with what's called boosted weapons, which is where you put like deuterium or tritium gas inside the core for a detonation, which gives you a little bit of a fusion boost instead of fission. Or you have your thermonuclear weapons, which you use a primary, which is your fission weapon, to start a secondary, which creates your nuclear fusion. Things get too complicated to where you can pull the core out like as a guy. Like you have to disassemble the whole fucking thing to do it. So on the right kind of shows you how these worked, where there was a gas reservoir, the teal thing, that would pump the gas into the core, which is, a mixture of plutonium and other alloys. And then you still have the soccer ball of plastic explosives and detonators set to a timing unit that's called the X unit, which is essentially the flashbulb system to flash all the detonators at once. Make sense? Enough to get us over the road?
Yeah. The old Winston Link bomb.
Yes. Put this in front of 611. Perfect. My problems end.
Wouldn't be the first time 611 killed someone.
So that's we're now on that system where they're not pulling the cores out. They are entirely reliant on the safety systems in the bomb, which are little to none in the 1950s. So next slide, please.
Yeah, but like, obviously all of these planes are incredibly reliable and would never crash. So it's not going to be a
Yes.
serious concern. That B-36, that looked like a solid piece of engineering that would
Don't
certainly
worry about
never
those
have
two
any
engines.
failures.
Well, we're in the age of a different kind of plane. So power is always
I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be
Get
right
some
back.
coffee while you're there.
Motherfucker.
Yes. Well, I have to brew it is the problem.
Okay, so do that.
Get an energy drink.
He doesn't drink them. He thinks
Get
they're
some
gross.
cocaine.
I keep telling him.
Roz, we're at the halfway point. I think you're safe to brew some coffee.
We're at the half. Are you fucking kidding?
This speeds
There are
up.
20 more slides.
This speeds up. There's
No,
like
it
4 that
doesn't,
are like.
Scooter. No, it doesn't, Scooter. Why are you lying?
Yeah, I was gonna say this is my first episode where I've actually co-guested with Scooter, but like I think I've learned at this point that that's not true.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're thorough.
You want to see what I can do? Watch this. Can you see the back of my chair? Ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy! So one of the comments is like, I appreciate that Liam makes visual only jokes that we never get to see. And I was like, yep.
Here comes
That's
another.
right.
Yeah.
That's right, dickhead.
Well, I didn't say it earlier, but when Corinne was standing in the hallway behind you,
Yeah.
it looked like fucking Slender Man was about to get you from the picture-in-picture I've got right now.
If only.
Oh, God.
Jesus wept.
All right. Well, I will do my best to keep this under 3 hours.
It's not.
Oh, it's not going to be under 3 hours. Come on.
I said my best. Don't worry. I cut out 12 slides.
Fuck you.
If things go well,
He's doing
there's
that.
a whole nother episode.
All right. So if Roz is gonna do God knows what, I'm going to also I'm gonna grab some more beveraginos because we're gonna be here a fucking minute.
All right.
It's fine.
I'm still
Scooter,
here.
I'm not mad at you. Keep talking. I don't give a fuck.
Can we take a quick break?
Yeah. Go.
Hit me.
Okay.
Yeah, go.
I have to pee.
Go. All right. So pee. Do it on stream, so to speak.
If only I had my camera just for you.
Hang on. All right. I'll be right back.
All right.
Philadelphia Flyers.
3 seconds.
Victoria, do you know where I live?
I do, but just like I don't know.
It's Teen Dating Violence Awareness Day. We're supposed to wear orange, so this is the one orange thing I own, and it's a Lindros jersey. I'm a social worker, man. Be right back.
All right.
Hi, it's Justin. So this is a commercial for the podcast that you're already listening to. People are annoyed by these, so let me get to the point. We have this thing called Patreon, right? The deal is you give us $2 a month, and we give you an extra episode once a month. Sometimes it's a little inconsistent, but it's $2. You get what you pay for. It also gets you our full back catalog of bonus episodes, so you can learn about exciting topics like guns, pickup trucks, or pickup trucks with guns on them. The money we raise through Patreon goes to making sure that the only ad you hear on this podcast is this one. Anyway, that's something to consider if you have $2 to spare each month. Join at patreon.com/WTYP pod. Do it if you want. Or don't. It's your decision, and we respect that. Back to the show.
Oh, cool. I'm the only one here.
Yep, it's just me, Victoria. Oh, okay.
No, I'm here too.
Hey, Scooter.
Thank you for the break. That was much needed.
Yeah, don't piss your pants. That would be bad.
You wouldn't know.
Oh, daddy. Well, I'm not allowed to piss my pants on air now. I live under tyranny. I don't know. No, I'm not even gonna make that joke because someone's gonna get way too into it.
What?
Someone here is gonna have a piss fetish.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
In the audience, or
Yeah, in the audience. Which is fine, consenting adults and all that, but
Not me.
Hello?
Not with
not me. No, I don't have a piss fetish.
Well, I know that.
I was just waiting for Roz to just like turn around and be like, no, I don't.
I came in at the wrong time, it seems.
Right. Well, we're ready when you are, handsome.
So what I'm getting from this image is that Iceland is just island here.
Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Well, this fucking image is used everywhere for this, so that's funny.
It literally just says island.
Yeah, it's island.
Just island. Yeah, that's
They're
an
not
island.
wrong.
We don't give a shit. You don't give a shit about Reykjavik.
I looked at Ellesmere Island is labeled, but Iceland is not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, shows how much I've edited this. So we're here. Speaking of fetishes, we're here to talk about Chrome Dome.
Oh yeah, I love bald guys. Fuck, daddy, fill me up.
I thought it was Golden Dome. I thought that was how President Trump was going to protect us.
You want this to last 7 hours? I'll start talking about that, but not today, buddy. Oh, buddy, I've written papers on how mad I am about fucking Golden Dome. But not today. I'll be good.
But not today.
So Chrome Dome is like magnum opus. It takes bombers that are sitting on runways with weapons loaded, ready to go. With 15 minutes warning, they can get from on the runway to up in the air and away from the base. To there is always a bomber in the air at all times, less than 2 hours away from the Soviet.
That is psychotic.
Yep. And there's 3 different routes they're on too.
Yeah. So I just as like a side note, as like an American kid who had a grandfather who served in Korea, this was like one of the things he was happiest about when he would talk to me about like the American military. This is a weird point of pride for a certain generation and a certain mindset of person.
This is bananas, as Jay Sante would say.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was good. I mean, I love my grandfather, but I think his opinions about American foreign policy were bad.
You gotta hang out with my
like
dad more.
a complicated and elaborate system.
Yes, you do.
I'll be honest with you.
Yes, you do, sir.
This was, buddy. So Chrome Dome was keeping 12 planes in the air at all times with aerial refueling, and they'd leave from United States bases, go to what was called a fail-safe point, hang out there for a minute, and then come back. Fail-safe point is the point to where they're sitting there waiting for a go code, which is Strategic Air Command getting the authorization from the president or whoever the hell sends it that's got permission at the time to go nuke the Soviet Union.
God, this is psychotic.
This is bananas.
It's even crazier.
There were some pilots who were like, damn, I hope we get it this time. I hope we finally get to do it.
Oh yeah, just like one figure, like, come on, Mr. President, come on, Nixon, you son of a bitch, let's go, let's cook.
This'll be it, buddy. This'll be it.
All right, Johnson,
just because
whoever,
the president is drunk doesn't mean it's not a valid command.
You do as I'm saying. I am superior.
So with this operation, right? There's a lot of aerial refueling. We'll get to it, and also there are a lot of planes just constantly shuttling around in the United States to make sure there's enough bombers at the bases these leave out of.
Yeah, moving these guys around must have been a nightmare fiasco.
Yes. And keeping the planes maintained and keeping the bombs armed and maintained. absolute fucking nightmare. And during the Cuban Missile
dude.
Crisis, 66 B-52s were on these routes at once.
Wow.
Jesus.
60 fucking 6. Like there would, if you were in like Plattsburgh, New York, one would be taking off like every 10 minutes. All
Plattsburgh,
day,
I've been
night.
there.
Yeah. But
yeah, imagine you're like, I have to instigate the nuclear holocaust, and also I have to live in Plattsburgh, New York.
Roz and I have been there. We get to say it.
They won't even let me go take the ferry to Burlington.
so there's also one other that we'll talk about coming up, but there's also that little figure 8 up there, Thule. We'll get to that later. So next slide, please. So for these missions, they're used. I keep waiting for the slide to change. Like no dumbass that you tested. So the plane that they had to use on these was the B-52. It's the big fuck off bomber that we came up with in the early or late 40s and put into service in the early 50s. And it went through like iteration after iteration after iteration to keep adding bullshit to this bomber.
Yeah, what are we on now? B-52H?
Yes.
Something like that. I mean, the airframes are still like 1 million years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, am fleet of the skies.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, but you can loiter forever.
Yeah.
So
my great grandfather flew this plane. My grandfather flew this plane.
My daddy flew this
papa
plane.
flew this plane. No,
It's like I flew this plane.
My son flew this plane.
His son will fly this plane, and so on and so forth. This plane's all the way
2040.
down.
2040.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Fuck
well,
you,
know what's
America.
really nice, at least, is these planes will finally get the retirement they deserve when America no longer exists.
Oh, sister, you're wrong about that.
So,
I mean, they'll get displayed at like various Chinese air museums. I mean, you know.
Oh, the Museum of American Exceptionalism I was going to fund with our Pentagon dollars. Leak it to us.
I was going to say, these things are fucking everywhere already, man.
Yeah, we got the one sitting outside here in Seattle.
Yeah.
It's, you know.
They're like every Air Force base there ever was because there were so many fuckers. Anyway, the one we're
luckily
looking
they
at,
were only ever used justly to advance the cause of democracy.
Yeah, unlike all the other planes, these were unfortunately used with conventional weapons a lot.
I'm aware. Again, I was the one who earlier in this very episode was like, yeah, I get a little nauseous whenever I see a B-52 because I just think about like what the kill count is.
Yeah,
they were secret Cambodian bombings. They didn't really happen.
Operation Linebacker. Oh god.
No, I fully admit that, like, you know, America's kind of like cool plane overwhelms my sort of like anti-imperialism sometimes, because like the Super Bowl was this weekend. They had a B-1 go over, and that I was like, oh damn, that's pretty fucking cool, honestly.
Yeah, one of my
it's a slick looking airplane. I don't know. I mean, like, sure, we commit atrocities, but like, damn.
One of my high school like best friends flies the B-1 now, and it's one of those like, god damn, man, how you do that? Also, goddamn.
Yeah, you know, that was definitely complicated feelings arose, and then and then the Seahawks won, so I was like, okay,
all good,
inbound.
All good. So what we're looking at is the B-52D. This is, you know, they're building iterations as like the production's going. They're finding flaws and fixing them. Kinda, maybe. Boeing's not really. How do I put this? The Air Force doesn't give a shit if there's flaws, but they're fixing them as they think about them. The important part about the D model is take a look at that big fuck off tail.
It's very tall. It's a very tall tail.
That is very important because the 52 flies by spoilers instead of ailerons. So it'll just, instead of the little flaps on the side that like turn up and down, these just go down depending on which direction you want to go and steers you. I'm not I am an airplane fanatic, not an airplane engineer. If I'm getting this wrong, yell at me in the comments. I don't care. But it uses spoilers, and that's like, it's kind of like putting your foot down on one side if you're on a skateboard. It'll help turn you a little.
Oh, okay.
So that makes sense?
I don't make any bones about pretending to know how planes work. I have no fucking idea.
Well, the best I can describe
this
without...
podcast has in several times in the past fucked up on airplanes.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best here because, like,
you're doing great, handsome.
Very complicated.
Yeah.
To like imagine. But anyway, that's how they turn these fuckers, is power in the spoilers instead. And this big fuck off tail helps keep it, everything in line. This design was what was used. This is like the famous picture of the ones used to bomb Vietnam, because they did the black paint so you couldn't see them versus the silver and white for nuclear flash protection. So there you go. We're going to January 13th, 1964. Right. One of these is coming back to Turner Air Force Base from Westover Air Force Base, Massachusetts, where it landed and needed maintenance to go back to Turner. And it is carrying 2 B-53 nuclear bombs. So
I'm sure nothing bad will happen based on this episode so far.
This is the second largest bomb ever fielded. It's a 9 megaton yield. So the first one, the one at the very beginning, the 41, was in short service. This one was designed in 1955. It was retired by Obama.
That's not real, is it?
That's real.
Personally.
That's real.
I've had enough of you.
Like Barack Obama came to the bomb and said, I relieve you of your duty.
He came to the retirement ceremony.
Really?
I'm pretty sure there's either he like did a signature or he's there. I can't remember, but like
I'm just imagining Barack Obama signing the bomb personally.
Just pulling the core out himself. Well, there it is.
No, just like pulling out a Sharpie and just like
Obama.
Let me be clear. I relieve you of your duties. Just signing his name across it.
But anyway, so these things are in ferry configuration, which they have the electrical connections pulled so that the arming switches on the bomber can't arm them, right? So technically they should be safe, but not really. Cool. Because like anything can happen, right? Well, speaking of anything happening, next slide, please.
Something's gone poorly here.
Yeah, over Big Savage Mountain in Western Maryland, near the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad.
I've been there.
Yeah,
that's where they got that big steam locomotive.
1309, and like 3 of my train friends is hi Cameron, I know you're listening.
I will say somebody reached out to me to be like, hey, I'll give you a tour of the Snoqualmie Railroad Museum, because I was on the show and talked about how much I love it, and like how my wife and I had our first date there. That was a perk of being on here. I never realized. Was it just like railroad museums would reach out and be like, hey, you want to come check out trains? I think I probably would have signed up to be a host much sooner if I had known that was kind of like one of the perks of the job.
They have the train plushie, the squishable train. Highly recommend you go just to get that. I ordered one. It's adorable. I had to support them. We donated a Talgo to them.
Yeah, I have on my laptop, I've got the Trains Pride trans flag colored steam locomotive sticker that they designed there.
Hell
it's fantastic.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Okay, back to the tail getting ripped off this fucker. So they're over Big Savage Mountain. They're having problems with turbulence, so they're going up and down, trying to like find a good spot in the air to be. And they drop down from 33,000 feet, and all of a sudden the plane just like stops planing and starts to like spin and roll.
That's good, right?
Yeah. Okay. What had happened was the tail was too big, and Boeing knew about it. This had been happening a lot. And just 3 days before, one did this in its testing. They called it shake, rattle, and roll testing, where they're like trying to get into turbulence and low altitude, high speed, stuff. And these things, the tail would just shear off due to turbulence because it wasn't properly supported.
Are you telling me that Boeing knew about an issue with an airplane and didn't publicize it?
Fuck you.
The Air Force also knew and didn't publicize it to their crews because they knew how to arrest this. That's why this one's still flying.
Jesus.
Yep.
I'm not surprised, but I am annoyed.
Just put it back on. It's
slap
good.
it back on. What are you whining about? Get in there.
Just have the guy get out of the bomb bay, go get it.
Okay, so the thing is like, I think usually on this show, pictures are just kind of like to illustrate things to the audience. But occasionally one picture is so incredible that I think about the mindset of the photographer that took it. This is one of those photos. Like,
yeah, this is in a chase
plane. How the fuck did you get this shot, man?
This is in a chase plane. The pilot's probably just going, holy fucking shit!
Yeah.
Holy shit! Are you guys okay?
Hold it steady for a second. I need to get a photograph so we're going to be in a podcast.
Well, it's also
50
like
years
crazy to
from
be
now.
like, this is obviously like solidly in the film era. And like my grandfather, who I've mentioned previously in this episode, was a photographer for the US Army during the Korean War era. And he told me about how he would like mess up shots sometimes because he was a 22-year-old guy with a film camera. And I just can't imagine the tension of going up in the air with a film camera and being like, hope I got that.
It'll be fine. So speaking of being fine, it's not fine with the guys in Western Maryland because it's snowing, it's shitty out. They're just over a mountain. They hit the turbulence of the mountain. That plane spins out and goes down into a field near. Oh God, did I not put it in the fucking notes?
You did not.
All right.
Oh, it's
everybody
not.
grab
It's
one.
Salisbury.
You are
Salisbury.
of everybody who's ever been on this show, you have the most seat of the pants notes I've ever seen, I think.
Because I used to write about this shit all. Salisbury. It's in Salisbury, Pennsylvania. Just south of that.
Or Salisbury, Maryland.
Salisbury, Maryland is on the eastern shore.
You're right. That's why I was confused.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Salisbury, PA.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Right?
Yes.
Right there near Grantsville. Goes down.
Okay. Somerset County. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My fault.
Yeah, it
Sorry
goes
for
down
derailing
south
you.
of Grantsville. Salisbury's where it like breaks apart.
It's also coincidentally where Flight 93 went down. Basically, not totally there, but close.
It's northeast of that. So anyway,
it's all connected. I can't believe Epstein did this.
I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be in Dallas briefly, and I was like, "Ooh, speaking of connected, I'm gonna go to the JFK. I'm gonna see where JFK got shot. I'm going to Dealey Plaza, and I'm gonna be like, Justin Wozniak did JFK's assassination. Please link to us."
I thought North Carolina Barbecue did that too.
What do you got? I mean, his head just did that.
No, I didn't do that. And the nuclear weapon isn't mine.
No. It's not a broken arrow. It's in one piece, motherfuckers.
How do you think they got it? No,
I don't look at it. I don't know what the status is.
Just going to the base with like averting your eyes.
So next slide, please. So, plane crashes. Surprise, surprise. And we'll get to what happens to the crew. But when the plane goes down, the bombs stay in the bomb bay. Good, right? Well,
yes.
The first
it's called
person
Mumbai now, dude.
Huh?
It's called Mumbai now, dude.
The first person to show up is the sheriff.
Hollywood.
And he's trying to like look over the crash site to see like what's going on. And he climbs on top of something in the field, and he later described it as the big silver round object that looked like a fuel tank. He was standing on one of the bombs.
Oh my god, you fucking moron.
So,
you seen what it looked
believe
like?
it
We're
or
gonna have
not,
to
he
kill
was
you
actually
now.
the smartest cop America had ever had.
So all right, so planes and just shattered all over the place. Bombs are there. It's snowy.
Is this just as an aside? Is this the one where you can still like go visit the tail? Like there's still like a tail somewhere.
No,
in a
that's in
forest
Maine.
somewhere. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're all the parts, like all the big parts, are gone from this
Damn.
one.
Oh no, my cans.
So it's like super fucking snowy because it's Western Maryland in January, and it's really bad out. So of course the Air Force like freaks out, panics, and sends the bomb squad of the Army instead, just because they're close. And they get there and find the 2 bombs just kind of like chilling in the middle of this plane crash, and they're like, we got to get this moved now because the news is going to see this, and we need to get these bombs out of here. So they go to the local quarry owner and go, hey, you have heavy equipment that can get us through the snow. We're borrowing it. And he's like, cool beans, I'd love to help. And they're like, okay, we'll help. So they go and start loading this shit on his like tractor trailers and stuff with like bulldozers, right?
This is so fucking raggedy ass.
But they're
Liam
worried.
Anderson engineering shit.
But they're worried that like the rough ride might fuck with the bombs. So they go and get mattresses from the local boys camp.
What?
Yes. I am dead serious. This is in the
This
documentary.
is how I moved my big printer.
This is in the book. They go get mattresses to put on the tractor trailer and on the bulldozer to help push onto the trailer. Now, the guys from Sandia earlier fly out to this and show up and see this mess, and they're like, are the bombs safe? And they're like, what? Are the bombs safe, you idiots? Are they damaged? It's the internals okay. Well, no, we just want to get them out of here. We'll look at them at the airport. What?
What?
I do really appreciate that this truck trailer has a sign on it that says explosives.
Yes.
Possibly the greatest understatement in the history
Don't worry
of
about
America.
what though.
So they trailer this thing up from, if you look at Google Maps, like south of Grantsville is just space. And this is pre-highway. So they're trailering this thing through the mountains, and they take it to the Cumberland Airport, which if you've ever been to Western Maryland, one of the like 3 restaurants that's actually good is the Hummingbird at the Cumberland Airport. And I've been there a lot. And I can tell you one thing. I have no fucking clue how they landed a military plane there and took off with these heavy ass bombs
Very carefully.
out of that fucking airport on top of a mountain.
JADOs. Just JADOs.
JADOs. Stacking them.
Lots of JADOs.
Just some itty
Forward
bitty
and backward.
C-47, just like,
A great one is where you get to use the plane again. Don't worry about that, boys.
It had to have JADOs for the landing, and the cargo bay was entirely JADOs for the takeoff as well.
Whatever happens to you is happening to you. Don't worry about it.
That's
Roz Airlines it does not turn a profit, but it does get you to some crazy fucking destinations.
Very fast takeoff.
That's we're gonna get some hostages.
Roz
level
putting down
shit.
a 747 on fucking Catalina Island.
Yes, yeah, like one of those airports with the sloping runway in the Alps.
Fuck.
Except it's the Appalachians because I serve the people.
Okay, next slide, please. So the Air Force knew about this problem and was fixing it on the G&H model. And it was already like being put on new planes. So they started like adding kits to the old tails that like reinforced the tail. And that was it. They just reinforced the bolts and shit.
Oh, okay.
And then told the pilots, like, if it rips off, here's how you fly it. That's it. I'm dead serious.
I
They
fucking
did
hate
this
this
all the
place.
way through fucking Vietnam. It's great.
Man.
So the pilot, co-pilot survive. The radar navigator dies in the crash, couldn't eject. The navigator gets stuck in a tree, drops 30 feet, walks 3 miles, dies of exposure.
Jesus.
The
Oh
gunner
God, in Maryland.
in Maryland.
Oh God, I know. I don't like that.
The gunner has it the worst.
Feels.
He has a broken leg. He walks up a river embankment with the leg and dies 800 yards from a Salisbury streetlight.
Oh, that is undignified.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a good movie called Buzz 14 on Amazon about this. And there's still a website about this, so you can go see
Dying
everything.
of exposure seems shitty.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
that's why I forgot is they didn't have their winter gear because they were just flying a transport flight.
Oh no.
So they didn't have like their cold weather parkas and junk.
These poor sons of bitches. That
You should
sucks.
not. You should not die of exposure east of the Mississippi, except in like West Virginia. I'm sorry.
Or Maine.
Yeah, or Maine.
Ross,
Yeah.
West Virginia and Maryland are next to each other. You have been through these mountains, man. I took you.
Yes.
You were asleep in the back of the car, but you were there.
Maybe parts of eastern Tennessee as well. But
I remember
you know.
just thinking, like, if this son of a bitch, and I remember I was driving a rented Ford Fusion hybrid, and fucking Ross falls asleep, and I slam the brakes, and I'm just like, absolutely fucking not. If we die, we die together. Continue.
All right, so that's what happens with them. You can go see these sites. You can. There's a good memorial in Grantsville. Very interesting. There's a lot I left out for time, so do your own research if you want to see more.
Do your own research. Broken Arrows inventing a completely new conspiracy theory brain worm
Yeah, I was
for
about
the
to say,
late 2020s collapse.
this place called Politically Incorrect on 4chan. Go look it up.
Next slide. So now we get to talk about aerial refueling, which pretty simple. KC-135 or KC-97 has a big boom because the Air Force for some reason likes the boom instead of like a basket with a hose. So you have the boom, it extends down to a hole on top of the plane. Plane flies up, connects to the boom, locks on, and transfers hundreds of thousands of gallons of fuel a minute.
Yes.
We're talking like the B-52 has like 300,000 gallons capacity, and in a refueling they'll get like 125,000 pounds. Sorry, this is in pounds, not gallons. It's like insane numbers. And remember, they did this with 12 planes, 24/7, 365 from 61 to 68.
God,
It
can you
feels like a
imagine if we
tremendous
applied
loss
this
of
kind-
resources.
Can you imagine if we applied this kind of like energy to building housing?
No,
Oh.
shut up. Back into the content mines you go, Vicky.
Everybody complains about like all the carbon dioxide in the air. It's like, dude, it was bad back then. One of these was doing like what my car does forever.
This
you know,
is
that
wild.
the food must have been terrible after like day 3.
Yeah. Do you guys also have just avgas in your cold potatoes?
So this is important because a couple of incidents happened with aerial refueling. But before we get there, next slide, please.
Finally.
The Air Force
Yes.
was really fucking horny about aerial refueling.
Our goal is your hole. Absolutely.
I will say, I mean, I know like the Navy is kind of like the gay branch, quote unquote. I don't think that's true. I think it's the Air Force.
I want to be very clear on this. any hole's a goal except for aerial refueling. Did I say any hole's a goal or any goal's a hole?
That is.
What did I say?
That
I don't
is
know.
absolutely some like proto furry art of the plane
They are
sucking
trying-
another
they
plane's
want to fuck
dick.
this plane. They're trying to fuck the plane.
Yeah.
Well, of course they're trying to fuck the plane, but this is like some pilots want to fuck the plane heterosexually. This is homosexual.
This
plane
is
fucking.
this is plane bottoming.
This is the kind of shit that started all of that. I fucking love it. I found that on my like literally researching this. It was like
the French call it frottage.
That's crazy. I have no other words.
This is magnificent. I have been waiting 2.5 hours.
You know how they have
to
like,
get these jokes off.
You know how they have male gays, lesbians. This is male gays.
Fuck.
Gays.
Yeah, this is just. Have you guys heard of my queer philosophy club, Gaze into the Abyss?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you, Roz. That was. Yeah. Fuck you. Actually.
y'all got out of your system yet?
No. Our goal is your hole. Come on, man. Like we gotta start selling bootleg shirts that just say, "Well,
Can
there's
you
your problem."
imagine how much less fucked up America would be if, like,
If people
we
weren't
had
trying to
not
fuck the
made
planes?
homosexuality a career ender for the first like 50 years post World War II?
We'd have a much stronger Navy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Our Navy would be unfucking blue. We're already blue water. You can't even imagine the nuclear capacity we would have.
I thought you were going to say we're already blue water. You can't imagine what we'd be blowing.
The sky's the limit because we have submarine launched ballistic missiles. But that's
oh, that's a whole nother nightmare. We'll save that for another episode.
Do they have gay patches for that too?
I'm sure they do. I didn't find any on the way, but I'm sure there are.
Show me your blowhole.
So I know a decent number of transmen who are in the military at this point, just because like that's a pretty common career path. You repress, you go join the military, and then you're like, wow, this sucks. Yeah. But like, it's amazing to me that troops are considered heterosexual at all, from what I've heard.
Yeah. Next slide, please. Or are you
Here
not done?
is a question before we go.
Yeah, bud.
Well, they have, our goal is your hole.
Sure is,
on the poster, and they have sexy, attractive women who are presumably going to peg you.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you care?
Yeah.
Do you not see the hose that they're going?
Oh my God! The Air Force is made up of chasers.
Yeah, I guess so.
The
yeah.
rectum will expand.
That's why they
Sort
have
of
to
like,
do all
you
the
can imagine-
evangelicalism, because they're ashamed of it. But
Let me break this down for
here
you.
they
Just
are out in the open.
Imagine a big, thick Italian hoagie. Right? Are you
Yes.
picturing
Yes,
it? Are
I'm
you rotating
imagining
it
that
in your
right now.
mind?
It's
now imagine going
delicious.
in your butt. That's.
See, here's the thing: if I imagine it with a trans woman behind it, then I'm
I
kind of with
don't
you.
want to eat a butt hoagie.
Well, no, you're not
That's
eating
where you
it.
and I differ, buddy.
You're boofing a hoagie.
Can you imagine with the hot relish too? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, can I get a salami, ham, capicola, and progesterone?
yeah. I call this one the ring burner. All right.
Wow, this is the most 2 hours and 30 minutes into a podcast I've ever been in my life.
I do like that not to brag or be meta or whatever the hell, that this podcast is like we're never serious except for very specific times, like Bhopal, stuff like that. And it's just like, oh, here's someone who like has like deep in-depth knowledge of nuclear weapons, and we're gonna derail that by talking about boofing hoagies. And you're gonna sit there and listen to it, you ungrateful hogs. Eat your slop.
That's why I brought this here. It's funny as hell. That's why. Like, all of this is funny as hell. No matter how horribly the people around it died. Unfortunately, it's.
I mean, that's the only way you
so
keep
many
living, right?
jokes,
Yeah.
right? Anyway,
A nuclear weapons program is an inherently funny thing.
Yes.
Hey, what if we made a portable sun and dropped it out of an aircraft? That would be pretty good, right? All right, see you in the morning.
There are two people on Blue Sky, and if you know these people, you'll know who I'm talking about. They're going to be screaming that we made fun of this and didn't take it seriously. I'm so ready for their comments.
I'm pretty sure that like that's kind of the point of the podcast, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but because it's
like,
nuclear
I'm not
weapons.
gonna lie. I mean, if you notice, a lot of the episodes that I've tried to write in my career, well, there's your problem, is you know, I try to pick ones that are at least either we can pick somebody to be really mad at, or they're very low fatality. But I do kind of feel like the vibe of the show is, hey, a bunch of people died. We're gonna try to laugh about it because living is horror.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of horror, we're on to the bad one, the worst one.
But okay, great.
The scary one. So we're on to the B-52 that had wet wings. Now, wet
Goddamn
wings.
shit is. Oh, does that say bag fuel cells between ribs?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So that's when they were putting rubberized filling of the wings to get as much fucking fuel as you could physically get in this plane. So like,
Sounds
so
good.
if this thing goes down, it's lighting up like a Zippo, is what I'm hearing. Okay.
Wing fuel is like totally normal, but like this isn't putting it in steel tanks. This is like literally putting it anywhere you can fucking fit it.
Okay, that sounds terrific.
That's the best way I can put it. Like, again, yell at me, airplane
just have
people.
Bunch of grocery bags full of gasoline and the wings, you know.
Yes,
Actually,
it's
about
the
my
equivalent.
Thursday night huffing.
The Always Sunny episode where they fill up the back of the Land
Yes,
Rover with
that's what I
garbage
was
cans
thinking
full of
of,
gas.
Yes, this
Wild
is
card.
Strategic Air Command's version of that. So in 1961, right before Chrome Dome started, they were doing qualifying flights for crews to get qualified to do the long trips out, long trips back, right? Including aerial refueling. Excuse me. So we have an B-52 that takes off midnight of January 1961 on the 23rd leading into the 24th, right? And it leaves Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, takes off, and goes north to Wilmington, North Carolina, which is where it's going to meet up with a tanker that's orbiting, waiting for them, and refuel for the first time, and then it's going to start its trek over the ocean, right? While they're refueling in the middle of the night, the boom operator from the KC-135 looks down and sees the right wing is like spewing fuel out the side. Right around the engine pylon, between the engine pylon and the end of the wing, it's just like all over and spreading. So they tanker tells them like, you guys need to abort and go. And on the gauge, it was like 37,000 gallons in 3 minutes they lost.
Oh dear.
To just like, you know, like taking your V8 car and stepping on the gas and just watching the fuel gauge go like,
I've done that my GTI a few times. Yeah.
So they obviously the crew's like, where's all this fuel going? Let's inspect the plane. So they send the navigator bombardier back down into the hold and where the bombs are. And not only is let me back up. I'm getting too ahead of myself. To get there, you open a hatch and you go into the wheel well of the plane. So if the wheel well's open, you fall out the plane. So you can't do that. It has to be closed. Then you climb over the landing gear and climb into the bomb bay to get to the bomb bay. When he climbs into the bomb bay, it's full of fuel. When he climbs into the wheel well, it's full of fuel. So he climbs back into the cockpit and goes, hey guys, we're fucked. There's a lot of fuel back there. We need to shut all the electronics off on this plane, right? So they do. They start turning everything off. They start flying back to Seymour Johnson after being told to orbit and lose as much fuel as they can before they land. So if it's a crash, it's not horrible. Well, it gets so bad that the base commander is like, fuck it, just get back here before you go down. right? They're just over Faro, North Carolina, and all of a sudden the plane starts going in a horizontal spin. Next slide, please.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
So it's in a horizontal spin, you know, it kind of going ass over tea kettle sideways, you know? So the forces are in play now as it spins. The pilot ejects, the co-pilot ejects, the evaluator goes, I'm starting to get way too ahead of myself. I apologize.
That's all good.
Pilot goes up out the top. Co-pilot goes out up the top with ejection seats, right? By the diagram. The evaluator seat is in the middle of those two, and that's where Lieutenant Adam Mattox is. He becomes important later. He's the third pilot for these Chrome Dome missions. You had to have 3, so one could take a break as they went through. He doesn't have an ejection seat.
So he just climbs out and says,
exactly.
Fuck it. What?
That is exactly what they're expected to do.
All right, man. Going to God. Let's do this.
As the plane's spinning, he goes for the hatch and gets thrown out it by the forces.
Oh.
The
fucking no thanks.
The electronic warfare officers behind them and facing backwards, they go out up the top, and both of them go out the top, and then the gunner goes out the top because they're back facing backwards, right? Going down, you have the radar navigator and the navigator bombardier. They're in the 2 front seats. And then in the back, you have a rider. So if you're like just the guy getting shuttled somewhere, you're in the back sitting on a jump seat that's above the hatch. You climb into the...
I adore the idea they have a jump seat on a nuclear bomb equipped B-52.
Well, it's over the hatch to get out of the plane.
Give this guy a real seat.
The idea of being like, oh my God, I'm waiting standby at the fucking Air Force base so I can get aboard this nuclear bomb equipped B-52 is insane.
Yeah.
No one's going to stop us.
So
I'm getting priority landing.
So the navigator and bombardier eject. Their ejection seats go down. So if they're like on a runway and they have to eject, they're fucked. They get shot into the ground. But in the air, they go down, and then this poor bastard has to climb his way forward and crawl out and go out under the plane. It's great, isn't it? So the gunner never ejects, and it's the suspicion per the one book I read was he had been in other accidents, and he had probably had PTSD kick in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And then the radar navigator that goes down broke his neck as he came out of the plane. So he was found in a tree, parachuted into the tree. The guy in the jump seat never made it out of the plane. He was found in the wreckage. Maddox, the guy that crawled out the top, thinks because of the way the plane was spinning, this guy got sucked back in and pushed up against the ceiling of the plane. Horrible scene. Horrible. But that's all important for the next part. Next slide, please. So it's January 24th, 12:35 a.m. Plane spreads out around Faro, North Carolina. Just like pieces shatter everywhere. The body comes down in cartwheels when it hits the ground because of the wing. Because it had been spinning the whole way down, right?
Yes.
The guys that make it out land in farm fields and all around this thing, and because they're near base but had no radio because they shut everything off, the base doesn't know they crashed. So now they have to find a phone or get back to base to tell them that there's been an accident. So
hey, yeah, you saw me in the plane. No,
it's worse.
Yeah, it's Yeah, we crashed the
Hey,
plane.
you all
I'm
promise
sorry.
you won't get mad at me?
It's worse.
So bad news. It's in pieces. Good news. I am not.
It's so much worse than that. So
Jesus, wow.
Maddox and Lieutenant Rare, or not Lieutenant, I'm sorry. Captain Rare.
I'll be right back.
Oh, you're gonna miss the best part. So they get out, they get found, right? They get rides back to the base to the front gate. Once they get to the front gate, nobody has told the base that something happened, right?
Oh no, because they couldn't.
Because they couldn't. So they get to the gate, get dropped off. Maddox is black.
Oh dear. Okay,
Maddox is an African American.
We're in segregation, North Carolina.
We're in
right?
segregation, North Carolina in 1961. He walks up in an Air Force uniform, carrying his parachute and his helmet. And instead of, hey man, are you okay? What the hell happened? He gets arrested by base police.
Why?
Yeah.
For
yeah,
stealing a parachute.
What?
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, he's like, our plane went down. We're a nuclear bomber. What? Do you not see? I'm like covered in shit from this.
I literally look.
Victoria, to catch you up,
Do you see
Maddox?
the burning wreckage behind me, dickhead?
Maddox is an African American man who gets a ride back to base and gets arrested by base police.
Yeah, track.
For stealing his
That-
parachute. Yeah.
You can only imagine what the precise phrasing that the MPs used.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Raritan shows up in the same way. He gets a ride
America
back.
Evil? Say it ain't so.
Raritan gets a ride back. He shows up.
Look, a cab includes MPs.
So Raritan gets a ride back. He shows up and they start doing the same shit to him. He is not African American. He is white. They still don't fucking believe either of them. And they're both screaming at him like,
You saying you fell out of a flying machine?
So like they're like running
Is that
through.
what your big napkin is from?
They're like running through everything. Like, dude, it's, I swear to God, call the tower. And they don't, again, they're like, we're not calling the tower. You guys, like, no, call the tower. And then he gives them the go code that would have been their code to fly and go bomb Russia. Like, tell the tower this. They will believe you. He does. They get let in almost instantly. Tower has that moment of like, what happened? And the worst part, from everything I've read, they could actually see, because it's night, the like light from the fire in Faro, because it was so big. So that happens, right? Meanwhile, all the volunteer fire departments in like the whole area of Goldsboro, Faro, etc., all start coming out because big flame. They start going through the wreckage because they're afraid somebody's in it. There was, but they obviously didn't make it. One volunteer fire department sees a parachute in a tree and runs up to it, looks around, doesn't see anybody, and leaves. That parachute wasn't attached to a person.
Ugh.
Next slide, please.
Jesus Christ Almighty.
So, this is the Mark 39 Mod 2 nuclear bomb. It is a contact detonation bomb. Same thing, where it's the yellow nose plate that crushes and it goes off. It cannot go off any other way. It has a yield of 3.8 megatons, which, you know, big boom. Very, very, very big boom. If this went off in Goldsboro, fallout would be all the way to DC and Philadelphia with prevailing winds. On the nose,
sounds about right.
Painted on the nose, it says reject if dented or deformed because of the contact fuse. Because if you arm it and the parachute opens, it would just go off.
Attach orbiter here. Note black side down.
So next
Please
slide.
note, do not do this.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the procedures this thing has to do to go off. When you want to drop it, this is before like permissive action links and any kind of like sync code from bases. This is literally just the aircraft commander and the bombardier throw a couple of switches. You flip the T380 readiness switch, which is what the captain does. That tells the bombardier he can turn on his switch, which is the T249. That's the one in the left-hand bottom corner, right? Turn the power on. You turn it to air or ground. Bomb's ready, right?
Could you imagine the intrusive thoughts you would have
as
that guy constantly?
Oh, yeah. Well, and so you have to do that to electrically arm the bomb. Then there's a rods in the bomb that you have to pull a lanyard from the cockpit, and it pulls arming rods out. So that's your like safe inside the bomb bay. With those in, it won't even think about turning power on or anything else. That's on a lanyard. I remind you of that. After that, when it's released from the bomb bay, the parachute has to be deployed. So you have a drogue parachute and then a big 100-foot big parachute. That pulls out the back and that starts arming everything else in the bomb. So it has a barometric switch that confirms that it's out of the plane and dropping. It has a timer that makes sure that you have enough time to get the fuck away, which is why there's a parachute there. So it gives the time for the plane to get away. And then it's got a thermal battery that turns on and starts charging the X unit, which I said earlier was the flashbulb. And then when that nose is crushed, off it goes, right?
Right. I did want to note just for a second here. I appreciate that the font on this unit here it's all Futura. My favorite
I
font.
bet you like that, you fucking
It's
nerd.
wonderful. Yeah. I like a nice geometric font. It's the same one we put on the moon.
God, I love the military.
Yeah.
So in the upper left corner is the MC 772 arm safe switch. This is actually what's in the bomb, and it's a rotating, God, what's it called? It's a dynamo. So it turns safe arm, right? And shows you the little flag in the window.
Oh, good.
If it turns and the red's facing the window, that bomb is ready to go and just needs the falling procedure to happen, right?
This means the bomb is Scandinavian Air Service. That's not a good joke. Don't acknowledge that one. Excuse me. I just saw that and I immediately that went through my brain and I had to say it. And then
had to say it.
Yeah. No, but it's
Okay, next
3
slide.
hours in, all jokes are funny.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore, man.
We're so close.
No, we're not. You
No,
fucking
we're
lie.
not.
No, we're
What are you talking about?
All the last.
You wrote the slide deck. You
I
should know that's
where
a
we
lie.
are. All right,
Hello, Bert.
next slide. So bomb 2 falls out of the plane as it's spinning. It gets like yeeted out, like shot out the side. The parachute doesn't deploy. It just takes off and hits the ground as hard as it can, right?
right.
Drills a crater 25 feet down. When the bomb squad came out, they were flown out from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Dayton, Ohio, where I used to work. Jack Revell is like the main technician. He's 25 years old. And he arrives on scene. They realize like it's buried. So they have to start calling in construction crews to help dig it out. They have to dig like 100-foot wide crater and then kept going down. They go down 25 feet and they find the parachute pack and the primary. That's the part that initiates thermonuclear explosion. With it is the armed safe switch. And to quote the man himself, they pull the switch out and a sergeant that's digging says, "Lieutenant, we found the armed safe switch." He goes, "Great." And the sergeant goes, "Not great. It's on arm."
Oh.
Should have just covered it back up and then abandoned the area, you know?
Just kick some dirt on it like that.
Well,
It's no longer our problem.
You got to remember, with the parachute not out and the parachute not out, nothing else happened. So in theory, it should be okay. What actually happened was, because of all the forces, it spun that little dial and didn't actually activate the bomb. There's no electrical signal. So it just looked like it was on arm.
Oh, well, in that case, we can all laugh about it.
It just looked like it was armed. It's not. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
He said it's funny in the aftermath.
Epic prank.
Just a prank, bro.
Gone sexual. YouTube face.
So they found the primary, right? They haul it out. Next slide, please. But they can't get the secondary because it drilled itself down 180 feet estimated. The water table's really high here, so they keep trying to dig for it, and it just fills with water. They try and pump it out, turns to mud. It's bad, right? So what does the Air Force do? Bury it. Just
Hell
cover it all
not my
back up.
problem.
Cover it all back up. We'll just get a lease on the land. And they did. For 99 years at a time, this 250-foot piece of property is the Air Force's problem and not yours.
At 3045 Big Daddy's Road.
I love the South.
Yeah, that's
those cheerwine ass North Carolina barbecues, motherfuckers.
You know, it's up there with Big Daddy's Liquor Barn.
Big Daddy's Liquor Barn,
Whitesburg,
yes.
Kentucky.
Yeah, it was a great story.
That was a good story.
I'm just trying to piss off my wife at this point. I make fun of her for shit like this all the time. So the Air Force leases the property, but like there's still a big uranium piece of metal drilled down into the ground in probably the water table. And they say they check on it, but nobody ever sees them out there drilling.
Yeah, they fucking don't, bud.
So that's bomb 2.
Well, the U.S. in all of its kind of like egalitarian beliefs it doesn't care about the U.S. South, just like it doesn't care about the global South. So, you know.
This is true.
Fuck it. That's fine. Well, it's not like it could be a nuclear explosion. It'd just be a nuclear accident. It'll be fine.
I mean, like, come on. I grew up drinking Teflon in my water supply, and look at how normal and well-adjusted I am. I am the picture of health.
Look,
doing better than me.
She says, wiping her nose.
It's got fluorine in it.
There's
If
cat
it was
hair all over
actually
me.
fucking with your system, you would notice.
Because we have 55-degree weather in Seattle, it is shedding season. Everything is coated in it currently, including my nose.
Okay, next slide. Bomb 1. This is the bad one. So that parachute those guys found was attached to bomb 1. And if you remember the diagram, the parachute pulls and the rods pull out. The only thing stopping this thing from going off is the arm safe switch, right? And I included the table from Wikipedia just to like drive it home. The arming wires were pulled, the pulse generator activated, the explosive actuator fired. That's what kicks the parachute out. The timer started and ran down all 42 seconds. The differential pressure switch, the barometric switch, fired. The low voltage thermal battery activated. The high voltage thermal battery activated. The rotary safing switch did not get operated. The X unit did not charge, but the nose crystals crushed. So the only thing that kept this bomb from going off was a 28-volt signal. That's it.
Fuck! Fuck.
In a crashing plane that's falling apart, 28 volts. It could have been from anywhere. If those wires got crossed, 28 volts, and this bastard would have second it touched the ground.
God damn.
Mm-hmm. So you want to know?
I love nuclear weapons.
I wouldn't.
So, yeah, everybody freaks out about the one on the ground, and then the EOD saw this, and they're like, "Wait a minute!" When they open it up, we got really close, didn't we? Yes, we did, sir. But you know what's even scarier?
I don't like that.
Next slide, please. 1 year after this happened, they pulled.
We failed to learn our lesson.
Oh, we sure did, Budro.
They pull these Mark 28 bombs out of the bomb bay of a B-52. They're very similar in design. They're actually a little worse, but that's not the point. They use the same arm safe switch and circuits because it's B-52, right? Pull them out, go to put them in storage, and one of the techs look at them, and they're all armed. They're all ready to go.
Yeah, why'd you put them on the plane otherwise?
Like they're like if you drop them off the plane, they'll go off. Armed.
Well, don't do that.
Well, don't do that. Yeah. What had happened?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the fucking
Easy peasy.
what is it? The Fremen with the knife. You know, you gotta draw blood before you put it back in the sheath.
Well, what had happened was a nut fell out of the plane, fell down onto the conduit, and shorted the 2 wires from that safing switch and armed all 4 bombs. Had that have happened in the previous plane, Goldsboro, North Carolina would be gone. Washington, D.C. would be having a lot of problems right now to this day. And not the kind we're dealing with.
The radioactive.
I was going to say, would it have destroyed the east wing of the White House?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, Goldsboro's in the past, right? In 1960,
presumably it's in the South, so I mean that's a safe assumption.
So, in 1966, these Mark 28 warheads become the focus of an accident in Palo Mores, Spain. I can't say it right. Anyway. That is another time. It is the worst we've ever done to another country nuclear wise, except for, next slide, please, Greenland.
Canada.
Greenland.
Dummy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I still feel like there was one other time that we did something worse to another country in a nuclear fashion, but you know.
Shut up.
Okay. Good point. Spreading wise.
This is
spreading
the
material.
This is the first time it was an accident.
Accident. That's the way to put it. Yes. 3 hours in. I'm doing my best here.
You're doing fine, Scooter.
So this is another, not today, but we accidentally may have bombed Greenland.
Well, no.
I figure this is a good for the Greenland episode that's going to have to happen one day because of current events. But
yeah, I gotta see if Deacon Corpy's available.
That would be so good.
That would rule.
But the point is we had a Chrome Dome mission that would go up to Greenland and fly around Thule Air Base in Greenland. And that was to make sure that Thule Air Base, which is where our early warning system was for missiles, wasn't evaporated. And the bomber could call back and say, hey, it's fine. If like the power went out or, some phone lines went down or something. So we knew we weren't starting nuclear war yet. The problem with that is what happens if the bomber crashes into the airbase?
I guess we're hosed.
Yeah, that is a problem. You got me there.
And
hadn't thought about that one.
We got really close to that. Like really close with those same bombs from the last slide. But again, that's for a future episode. That could be its own thing.
It goes to show the resilience of the Greenlandic people that we could crash a bomber full of nuclear weapons into their island, and
I still kind of want to be friends with
part
us.
of the United States.
They were really fucking pissed.
Yeah,
because we weren't.
That's fair. Actually,
we weren't supposed to be flying planes over them at all. So, oops, loaded nuclear planes. But yes. Next slide.
I like how that plane departed from Minot. I don't know how it's pronounced. Again.
Minot?
I believe,
the place I have been through there because I think it's the Amtrak Empire Builder goes through there.
Yep.
And it's like the town where nothing happens. It's like where you get sent if you're in like Air Force hell.
Yes. Yeah, Minot's a place. So there's one more broken arrow after Thule. Thule kills Operation Chrome Dome. There is no more airborne alert after that. And even though we have a nuclear weapon buildup, it's mainly focused on missiles and not on bombers. Except we came up with the cruise missile. And the cruise missile was a standoff weapon, so the B-52, which there's no chance in hell it could get past radar and SAM missiles, surface-to-air missiles. This is a standoff weapon, so they can shoot the bomb into them, low altitude, eliminate them, and then keep flying into country, and then start shooting standoff weapons at their target. We came up with...
Yeah, we converted Russia to capitalism, and then we decided, well, we still have to be able to bomb them, though.
Yeah. Just in case. Don't get too comfy with that Burger King.
Most of these weapon systems, like the latest...
What if the Pizza Hut falls?
Oh, shit.
Like the latest weapon systems until Sentinel comes out, it was like everything was like built in the 80s and has just been modded since. There's not really been a lot that's like original since then, which is not great. Including this.
Watch out if Yeltsin sobers up,
So it's not a broken arrow, but it's pretty damn close. In 2007, in August, a B-52 was loaded with what was supposed to be training warheads, left out on the runway, and then flew over the United States to Barksdale Air Force Base. It had 12 AGM-129 cruise missiles, which are like stealth cruise missiles. 6 of which were loaded on a pylon, but instead of having training warheads in them, had W-80 dial-a-yield nuclear warheads. The problem was the warheads built for training were stored in the same bunker as the warheads that were live.
This is the most Bush era problem that you could possibly create. This feels like a Colbert Report bit.
This got out by like pure chance. There could be hundreds of these incidents that just never got out. But this is the one that like completely wrecked the Air Force and created the Air Force Global Strike Command.
You gotta watch out. There could have been like a bunch of Albertan separatists, ready to receive those missiles when they get.
Any idiot could have just gone out there and fucked with them. Like it was just at the end of the runway. Like they didn't have any guards, so like a fucking truck could have like accidentally driven into the plane and caused a radiological incident. Anything. Jesus. But like,
this is a reminder to all of our listeners: if you see a B-52 sitting at the end of the runway unattended, you should go check it out.
Take it.
Maybe it's full of nukes.
They don't tell you that the B-52s at the Air Force Base are free. You can take them home.
If they're saying on the Christmas tree, you can just fly one out of there. Cartridge, start that bitch and go.
That's public property. That means it belongs to you.
It's pretty much what they do. They have cartridges, explosive cartridges that spin the engines up instantly. It's great.
Yes, the aviation equivalent of hitting the starter with a hammer.
Yes. So,
we could probably steal a B-52. Yeah,
it can still happen. Like this isn't gone away because the Cold War's gone away. It did in 2007. It's probably since, but possible. You never know until we make all nuclear weapons disappear, or at least calm the fuck down with them. Any day. But
I have a new live show idea, actually. If you're receptive to it. Live show from a B-52 armed with nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be a lot of fun. Hey, are you in the Air Force?
Leak to us.
So,
you think Clearview would let us do that on the sign?
No. Fuckers.
So there's one more incident that we haven't talked about. Next slide, please.
This is the craziest one, and it deserves its own episode. That's why we're not talking about it.
It's the last broken arrow officially reported. It was the only one that had an incident with a missile that's in any of the reports. Like there's little ones with missiles, but it's not a broken arrow. It's been spears. It's the only time we fucked one so hard that we lost the warhead. Happened in Damascus, Arkansas, and we'll have to talk about it in another episode. And I only mentioned
drop the socket.
No. Yeah, don't drop the socket. But I only mention it because I know everyone would lose their minds if we didn't. We'll save it for another day. There we go. Broken arrows, a teaser.
What did we learn about nuclear weapons?
Oh my God.
I learned that this podcast is very difficult to do without November on it.
Yeah. Thanks. Fuck ass.
Am I the fuck ass?
Are you the fuck ass? I don't know.
I don't know.
This is one that she's going to hopefully be upset she missed because, Air Force.
I don't want her to be upset.
I want her to be upset.
Not like upset, just like
kind of upset. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I learned that nuclear weapons are a good idea, which is beneficial to society. And God bless America. I love my country.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed from the twilight's last whose broad stripes and
bright stars.
All right, end this.
Yeah.
Safety third.
Bombs bursting in air. That's right. It's an air burst.
We did it.
All right. Yeah. I mean, now since November's gone, we can confidently say God bless America.
No, that's why you have me here. That's how I keep you from getting away with it. I need one staunchly anti-American transman on this podcast at all times to turn the keys to begin the podcast.
Oh, I get it.
We have a segment on this podcast called
Oh shit.
Safety Third.
Shake hands with danger.
Dear Justin, November, yay, Liam, Victoria, and maybe guest.
Yes.
Maybe not.
Maybe
Who's to
not.
say?
As a shop teacher who
No
paid
Devin
his
mentioned though.
as a shop teacher who paid his dues in industry starting at 15, working in a machine shop full of Vietnam vets and Gen Xers. I have more safety third stories than I can count on my 10 fingers.
At least they're all there, buddy.
I was about to say, surprised you still got all 10. This one, however, focuses on my time in college, specifically one near where Liam grew up.
Oh, no.
In training to become a shop teacher, it is essential to become a jack of all trades and very much a master of none during your college years. The coursework is so varied that it's difficult to get in depth on a lot of the equipment and processes you learn. You are flying by the seat of your pants a lot of the time. One morning might be pouring molten bronze while hoping you don't cause a molten metal explosion somehow. With an afternoon figuring out how to incorporate an ultrasonic sensor into a product designed to assist someone with a disability. And inhaling soldering fumes because dorms aren't very well ventilated.
All right. Go, buddy.
This particular incident focuses on one of the 100 level courses I took my freshman year. The course was designed to get you comfortable in the woods and ceramics labs. That's a fun, the wood lab. That's very funny. It's not a wood shop, the wood lab. It consisted of many small projects, so the time in the lab training on all of the multi-step processes was very rushed, and students had to rely on each other to understand what the hell was going on.
Prepping them for real life.
Yes. My background was in metalwork, so I was out of my element. But a few of us 19-year-olds can figure this shit out, right?
Oh, boy.
One cold February evening, I was in the ceramics lab, having gotten a 10-minute tutorial on how to make an RTV, or room temperature vulcanizing rubber mold, of a part of our choosing, and then to create a ceramic mold investment cast at a later date. I'm not sure what that means. Someone who knows about this probably does. I unmolded the ring I had cast into the RTV, that's the room temperature vulcanizing rubber mold, by carefully splitting it with the razor knife, then replaced the RTV mold into its PVC pipe housing. This is PVC pipe, that's like a plumbing pipe, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next steps, the next steps seem so simple. Fill the mold with jeweler's wax using a wax injector. See figure 1. This is a scary device. It looks like something out of Doctor Who. It looks like a Doctor Who prop for like a much scarier device than what it is, but it's scary to begin with. Where was I? By using a wax injector, see figure 1, by placing the open end of the RTV against the brass nozzle and giving the injector a few seconds to fill the mold. This is usually a very low temperature and low pressure operation. The professor did not spend any more than 5 seconds discussing this machine and therefore had not told us any of the recommended injection pressures or temperatures. Nor did it seem like that was a concern. Monkey see, monkey do on this one. I walked up to the machine with all the confidence a college freshman shouldn't have.
Yep,
and pressed my mold up against the brass nozzle, and bam! My whole world was hot and pink. I rushed to the bathroom to cool off my face and figure out what the fuck just happened. Upon removing my now 100% wax-coated safety glasses, I saw in the mirror I had been blasted by pink jeweler's wax from my chest up. I looked like an extra in Ghostbusters 2.
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Somebody set it to force femme.
My face was almost fully covered. Some of it was in my mouth, and a lot was stuck in my hair.
Stand by my statement.
Upon return to the lab with just a few minor red marks and a lot of wax in my hair and clothes, I walked over to the machine where I saw the professor hastily adjusting the air regulator down, way down from where it was. Someone had jacked the air pressure so high that it had blown my entire RTV mold out of the PVC pipe housing, and the split in the mold directed the hot wax up at my face.
Oh my God.
From that point on, I didn't trust anyone to set a machine other than myself. Lesson here: demand proper training, and when in doubt, read the goddamn manual, kids. I'm told my pink wax coated safety glasses are still on display as a safety lesson.
Hell yeah,
Thanks
game mentioned in the briefing. There you go, buddy.
Yep.
That's good that you're in the safety manual and you lived.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the laughs, helping me to keep me level-headed during these times. Reminders to keep my students safe through good practice. Hopefully things will thaw soon. I saw a puddle today. It was amazing. Anyway, sincerely, a proud union teacher.
Hell yeah.
All right, yeah. So check the pressure on. I'm still confused at what the thing does. Don't spray hot wax in your face, folks. That was safety third. Shake hands with danger.
Always check your machinery to make sure it's not set to force femme. Unless you're into
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
I had the exact same.
Unless you like that sort of thing.
It was fine.
I had the exact same thing happen to me with the septic truck, so I totally get this guy's plight.
That's force. No, that's just spraying a lot of poop in your face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not even like, I mean, I don't know. Probably for some like Germans or something, that's a sex thing. Otherwise, it's just unpleasant.
We were talking about pee fetishes earlier.
Yeah. This is like a septic tank fetish. That's, I don't know. I don't like that at all.
No, it was awful. But yeah, no, I'm glad he survived.
Our next episode will be on Chernobyl. Does anyone have any commercials before we go?
Yeah, if you like cars, you should listen to Trangirlismo. It is my podcast, my friend Jordan, and we're doing the boy, we sure like cars. Too bad about the society we built around them, and also the collapsing empire that makes it so we can't afford them.
Yes, it's a good podcast. You should go listen to it. I've
Thank
only
you. Our
listened to
first
episode
guest,
2, but
which
yes.
will be launching like later tonight after I upload it, is November.
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
So if you missed November here, as you should have,
yes,
you can go get more of her on Trangirlismo.
Exactly.
We talked about Jeffrey Epstein's Toyota Century, or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof, yeah.
Perfect lead-in. I just have the fundraiser for Heather Pulley, if you don't mind putting it in.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask about that. Yeah. That's probably a good thing. She was Amtrak. She is an Amtrak conductor who got pretty fucked up on the job and is having difficulty paying medical bills.
Got fucked up on the job by a passenger who attacked her, tried to fight her off, and she didn't have an assistant conductor. So she was on her own, and that really put her down. So she's trying to get her, trying to deal with only having disability and get around all of the physical therapy and trying to get back on the job. So I appreciate everybody who's donated and can, or at least share it. He's a good friend.
Yes, donate to that. That link is in the description.
Thank you.
Yes. Crap. Well, I guess that was a podcast. How do I?
Bye, everybody.
I don't know. I don't know how to end this now.
Bye,
There's
everybody.
no November here. It's very confusing.
Bye, everybody.
All
Nova,
right.
we missed you.
We missed you, Nova.